I have my Bluetooth device on. All right. Now y'all can hear me, right? Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me now. Okay. I started off, I said, what is a blood sacrifice? Okay, since I didn't get to do my intro, y'all, what up, everybody? You now tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher, higher, higher power back in the booth. Now, a sacrifice, I already stated, but I restated since my audio was off. Okay. Hey, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. As you come in, hit that like button, man. If you don't got a wrench by your name and you came to the stream yesterday, I apologize. We're going to get you a wrench the next time I go on live. The next time I go on live from the Facebook app, but I'm currently streaming from a different app. But we got like 50 people, new moderators in the channel last night and stuff. But anyway, man, it's great to see see you all here this morning. We're going to talk about some real, just simple life facts that a lot of people sleep on, right? Like, as far as like, what is a blood sacrifice? I learned about blood sacrifices from Bobby Hemmett when I was just a child. You know what I'm saying? I learned about blood sacrifices from Bobby Hemmett when I was just a child, right? Hiya, power back in the booth. What's good? What's good? What's great? Everybody that's coming in, make sure you hit the like button so we can get some more like-minded individuals up in here. Make sure you know that you can comment anything you want. Let me see. I got the chat off. My bad. Peace. Okay. I see everybody now. Finally made the live. Robin Baby, peace. Everybody, Gretchen Helm, peace. Peace and honor. Lorray One, hiya, peace. Brett White, peace. Dr. YouTube, peace. Israel family, shalom, peace. Okay, yeah, we got the sound fixed, y'all. As y'all come in, for the new people in the stream, make sure you hit that like button. You now tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous. Hiya, power back in the booth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it all the way. We functioning on higher frequencies in this chat. We functioning on higher frequencies, y'all. Like, we functioning on the higher self, in the higher realm of frequencies up in here, y'all. It's all about self-improvement and being a self-savior and things of that nature. But look, blood sacrifices, right? Now, everybody hear the term Illuminati. Everybody in the chat is familiar with the term Illuminati, right? Shalom, 777 Showtime. Shalom, peace, bro. What's good? First to give likes. Okay, Robin, baby. Okay. Everybody in here is familiar with the term Illuminati, right? Now, with the advent of the Illuminati comes, I'm gonna give you a brief little history lesson with the advent of the Illuminati. Now, I explained in my stream yesterday, y'all, what advent means. Advent means, in etymology. Etymology is the study of words, y'all, right? So advent is not the same as invent. Keisha Golden, peace. What's good? What's great, Queen? For all the kings and queens up in here, if you haven't already subscribed and turned that notification bell to all, make sure you do, because we live every day. We live, we build every day, y'all, to a higher understanding up in this chat. So if you haven't already subscribed and turn your notification bells to all, make sure you do. I'm a Aquat. Okay, that's peace. That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, for those that's new to the stream that ain't ever seen us before, you know, I'm a full-blood American Indian, y'all. For those outside of the country that may be in the stream, you know what I'm saying? I know they teach y'all in y'all school books that American Indians look like Asians. They look like a certain phenotype of people, but in all actuality, the so-called blacks of America are American Indians. We are the real so-called Native Americans, but we don't use that term Native American. But let's go. Let's get straight in. Now with the Advent. Now Advent means like the start of an adventure. That means when something pops up on the scene through history and it starts an adventure. So you have the advent of the greats in the world. You can even use Kobe as the advent of Kobe Bryant. Fresh out of high school, the advent of Kobe Bryant on the NBA scene. You get what I'm saying? So when you say advent, that's something entering into history. Something that will be remembered. Something entering into history. All right, sis. We'll check it out, sis. But check this out. Now, with the advent of the Illuminati, y'all, roughly in the, I think in the 1500s, right? Brings in a death culture across the lands worldwide. It was a death culture, right? Blood sacrifices and death culture. The Illuminati was actually started as to be in opposition to the Roman Catholic Church. That's the whole point of the Illuminati, because at the time the church was burning people alive. Choctaw fam, shalom to the chat. Okay, peace. Shalom, everybody. Beautiful. I need you. I tried to email my message, didn't go though more than once. Okay. I think you can only put in messages in the chat like once every 30 seconds, once every 15 seconds or something. But if you tried to email me, my email is TheMuhdTribe, themudtribe@gmail.com, or SebiIndigenous@gmail.com. That's my contact info. SebiIndigenous@gmail.com or themudtribe@gmail.com. Or you can contact me on Instagram or on Facebook under Chief Sebi Indigenous. Sebi Indigenous. Now look, with the advent of the Illuminati, right? You have two opposing forces. You have the Roman Catholic Church on this end, who is opposed to all forms of science, all forms of knowledge, etc. This is the Roman Catholic Church. Then on this end, you have the Illuminati, who consists of philosophers, scientists, teachers, free thinkers, things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? So they were always opposing forces. So when people say the Illuminati doesn't exist, you got to say no. Let's look at the history books and let's see that the Illuminati was a group of philosophers, a group of scientists, a group of social I can't think of the word I want to say, but it was a group of people who believed in science and believed in study and believed in the fine arts, artwork and stuff. Now, on the opposing end, you have the Illuminati you have the Catholic Church who, they didn't want anybody learning science. This is all going to relate. Now, listen, for those that's coming in the stream, this is all going to relate. We're talking about sacrificial deaths. And we're going to bring it from the past. We're going to take it from the history, y'all, and see a string of events. Catholics, i.e. Christians, yes. We're going to see a string of events. We're going from the past, all the way from the 1400s. We're going to bring it back to 2020. We're going to bring it back to 2019. We're going to bring it back to 2018. You get what I'm saying? We're going to bring it back to the death of Trayvon Martin. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring this all back to the death of Kobe Bryant, to the death of Nipsey Hussle. That's what we're gonna do. Right now, we're at the advent and the start of the Illuminati, and it was basically like your modern day political party. You get what I'm saying? But the secrecy part of the Illuminati comes from them having to sneak, and meet up to discuss science, to discuss medicine, to discuss things of this nature. Get with it, folks. Check out that link. He explains it all. Yes, ma'am, miss. But okay, cool. Now, so we know who the Illuminati is, right? We see that they were at first like a non-violent political party. They just wanted to learn, they just wanted to study, they just wanted to know science. But we see in the Bible, right? Now remember, there's blood sacrifices in the Bible. We're going to touch on the blood sacrifices in the Bible. We're going to touch on the blood sacrifices right now in the music industry. We're going to touch on the blood sacrifices right now in the entertainment industry. We're going to touch on the racism that's prevalent in the NBA league, in the modern society as it is, all that. We're finna touch on a wide range of subjects fairly briefly. Now look. So we see that the Illuminati is a real group established in or around I forgot, but they're actually called the Bavarian. So whatever country that is, Bulgarian. I think Bulgaria. But they were in opposition to the Catholic Church. Now, around that time, also, I got to point this out. Up until the 1400s, the late 1400s, early 1500s, the whole entire world led by the Catholic Church. Remember, we're gonna show you. I'm gonna show and prove, y'all, because I'm just here to spark stuff inside your brain to make you remember. You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna let them hit us with the Mandela effect. Have y'all ever noticed the Mandela effect and how something you remember so clearly? With the Mandela effect, something you remember so clearly is something so different. Do you get what I'm saying? Y'all keep that chat moving. Keep that chat moving. Keep that chat moving. Drop your comments, drop your topics. You won't be blocked. You could be a naysayer. You could be disagreeable. You won't get blocked, y'all. The chat is open. All right, now, with knowledge comes power, right? With knowledge comes power, and with power comes evil. And why is that? Because those who get power, they always seek to get more power. Do you get what I'm saying? With those who seek power, they seek to get more power. It's like the highest high. It's like the highest high. Like it's a drug all in itself. Do you get what I'm saying? It's an actual drug in itself. Power. People get drunk off power. Just like Beyonce. We have Beyonce singing Drunk in Love. It's the same thing. People get drunk with power. People who get power seek to go get more. You see Young Thug promoting the concept of first you get the money, then you get that power. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm smoking and watching. Okay, that's what's up. Yes, greed. What is the higher self and what is the lower self? We're finna bring this all back into a round, but we gotta say it. The higher self is everything that is right about you. The spiritual part of yourself. That higher, that inner part that doesn't hunger, that doesn't want sex, that doesn't lust, that doesn't chase after greed, that doesn't chase after money, who would really simply rather enjoy just sitting at home with your spouse or with your family member or your favorite pet. You would rather just sit there. The higher self is that point of view that doesn't want to interact with the rest of the world, with this profane society that we live in. Do you get what I'm saying? And now the lower self breeds what? Hatred, lewdness, doubt, anger, insecurities. That's the lower self. So when the Illuminati was started, it started off with a righteous cause. They wanted to illuminate the world. They wanted to illuminate the world, shine the beautiful light of science, modern science and technology upon the world, despite the fact that the Catholic Church, wanted to suppress science, medicine, artwork. They deemed it all from the devil. Anything inspired. See, this is another thing. When you deal with religious groups or a religious organization, when you deal with a religious group or a religious organization, right? Oh, Luray one, it ain't about like everybody. It's not in everybody. That's what I'm saying. It has to be inside of you already. People don't just become evil. People don't just wake up one day and just become evil. They don't wake up one day and abuse power. They don't wake up one day and just slaughter people. You don't wake up one day and just be a criminal. That's not how it works. It's something inside of you already. Now, the deaths of Kobe Bryant, the death of Nipsey Hussle, the death of Trayvon Martin, they all have similarities. They all fit into the same type group, along with all the other entertainers that we lost. Juice WRLD. I don't know why my mind always goes blank when I think about the little white kid who could rap real good, man. But his death, Lil Lonnie, Whitney Houston, Bernie Mac, Uncle Bernie. Dang, not Uncle Bernie. Speaking about the Illuminati, why Americans are not aware. No, and that's the thing. Robin Baby. See, in my beautiful insight of signs and symbols of Freemasonry, of the Illuminati, of other occult organizations, I watch Donald Trump, right? I watch Donald Trump's from his feet to his crooked hair and everything. No homo. But I watch how his feet stand. I watch his hand movements. I watch his eye movements. And I carefully dissect each and every word of Donald Trump and how he positions those words. I do that just to see. Since he first came out, I wanted to see, was Donald Trump part of this new world organization, this new world order. And in fact, he's not. There's a people think let's get it straight. Like let me clear this up real fast. People hear New World Order, right? The New World Order is coming, right? It's already putting itself in position. It's already trying to push out the old and bring in the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Radioactive. Pay attention to these songs. Pay attention to these movies. Pay attention to these television shows, these docu-series. Pay attention to these post-apocalyptic movies and shows they keep putting out, right? Bruh, he's related to Hillary. That's cool. Everybody in it. Look, when you deal with royalty, right? We gotta not look at the presidency as just an open spot for anybody to claim. It's not open. Everything is scripted. Kobe Bryant's death was scripted. Nipsey Hussle's death was scripted. Michael Jackson's death was scripted. Whitney Houston's death was scripted. Whitney Houston's daughter's death was scripted. A lot of our deaths are already scripted. A lot of people who have died, deaths are scripted. When I say scripted, that means pre-written. Facts, baby. My husband taught me that. Yes, indeed. That's big facts. So when you're talking about pre-written deaths, when you're talking about scripted deaths, y'all. Now look. Before I go in on bloodlines and things of that nature, I want to point out that Kobe Bryant's bloodline. If you just look at Kobe Bryant's facial structures, look at the height, Look at the ability. Look at the agility. Look at his talents. Just look at him. But look at his facial structure real close. And find somebody similar. Now do the same thing with Nipsey Hussle. And find someone similar. This is what this is what the same, like that tall length, but slim, but talented. Look at these people who died. Michael Jackson, tall, facial structure, even though his facial structure was modified a lot of times. This is the things we got to pay attention to, y'all. We're dealing with bloodline chasers. We're really dealing with vampires out here. Why do you think that is the biggest selling genre out? Vampires, werewolves, things of that nature. The movies are the real shit. Oh, yes, indeed. That's what I'm saying. They put out movies, right? Let's look at it. Let's look at it all from step by step by step, right? You can't have two greats at the same time. Y'all get that? As long as Kobe Bryant was alive, he's forever gonna be overshadowing LeBron James. As long as Kobe Bryant stayed alive, his shadow was always going to be on LeBron James. Notice they said that LeBron James passed his scoring record the day before he died. Because that's about, the blood sacrifice thing is more about relinquishing one image and putting in place another image. That's something that, if y'all look at my video, the Martin Luther King video, the part 1, it has like 90,000 views on it. I made it like a year or two ago, and you'll see where in that video I talk about imagery. Now, I took down all the Tekashi 6ix9ine videos because, like I said, I was getting harassed in my personal life for making certain videos about certain topics. You get what I'm saying? And when you're talking about federal government created imagery program, this is something people don't know about. Pony locks, where have you been, sis? I haven't seen you in forever. I don't know if I look the same, but this is Indigenous Realist. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but I'm Indigenous Realist. But I'm also Chief Sebi Indigenous. Hiya, power, back in the booth. You know what I'm saying? We back in the booth. Now look. Yeah, but Pony Locks, I ain't seen you in forever. By Dorian Davis Cole, this is so important to know. Oh, yes, indeed. Now check me out. Appreciate y'all for the positive feedback. For those that are viewing from the YouTube app, make sure you press the like button. I'm not in the YouTube app, but the next time I stream from the YouTube app, I will be making you all moderators. Make sure you press subscribe, turn your notification bell to all, and hit that like button, y'all. And I'm going to make you a moderator in my channel. Make sure you just tap back in. I don't always stream straight from the YouTube app because they like to cut my streams off. They don't do that on this app. If I end the stream right here on this app, I can start the stream back in a couple minutes. Still battling these courts. Oh, wow. What up, bro? This is Red Lion. What up, bro? Peace. What's good? What's great? I'm going to make sure I get y'all moderator status, man. But let me keep going. I want to tell y'all, I want to just share with y'all first that America, right? We as Americans, right? The real Americans, the only true Americans, the so-called blacks, y'all so-called blacks, Negroes, coloreds in the world, we're the only true Americans in the world. That's a bold statement, I know. I'm going to say it again. You so-called blacks, Negroes, coloreds, African Americans, dark-skinned peoples of this part of the planet, the plane called Earth. You guys are Indians. You guys are the original Americans. Y'all are Americans. There's only one group of people in the world that are Americans, and they call them blacks. This is all about blood sacrifice now. I'm bringing it all around. This is all going to be about blood sacrifice, the death of Kobe Bryant, the death of Nipsey Hussle, the death of Trayvon Martin, and etc. Because this is something that goes on and on and on, and it's been going on. It's been going on. Peace, peace, peace. What's good? What's great, Chief? Great to have you up in here, me said only the wise. with emphasis on so-called, emphasizing greatly on so-called, because we're the so-called blacks. Now, as long as we allow them to so-call us blacks, and remember, the two-letter word so, S-O, that is a powerful word dealing with solar energy. That's why you hear me say so. That's why some of y'all say so many times a day. People don't know that, but when you say so, you're actually dealing with solar energy. When you go outside and you say, oh, it feels beautiful here today. Oh, I just love standing in this sun. When you see lizards and alligators and stuff come out and stand up and look at that sun, they're getting that solar energy into them. They're getting that solar energy into them. Capiche? Y'all get that? Now we're gonna keep moving forward. Now, briefly in the beginning, we already we spoke on the origins of the Illuminati, because this is a real group. Everybody wants to say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Stop letting them do that. You stop letting them make real truth, real knowledge into conspiracy theories when it's history. There's really a group that came into existence called the Bavarian Illuminati. It was something like a political party at that time, and they were in direct opposition. Even though it was indirectly, they were in direct opposition to the Roman Catholic Church. Now, y'all see the Roman Catholic Church as it is of today, right? As of today, the Roman Catholic Church just seems like a religious organization, right? But if you rewind just a couple years back, when I say a couple years back, I mean 100 years, 200 years back, the Roman Catholic Church ruled all the lands, right? Not Americas, not the Americas. I'm talking about the Eastern lands, your Europe, your Africa, your Egypt, your Arabia, your Asia, like all parts of Asia, all parts of Africa, all parts of Europe. You had the iron hand oppression of the Roman Catholic Church. This is facts, right? Now, we're just making a comparison between the Illuminati and the Roman Catholic Church, because the Illuminati was sprung into existence as direct opposition to the Roman Catholic Church. Now, who's the good guy and who's the bad guy? That's what needs to be seen. Because when we bring up the subject of the Roman Catholic Church, we got to keep it all the way real. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't be Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher power back in the booth. Like, just keeping it all the way real. We got to know that the Roman Catholic Church is an evil organization. And it always has been. Anybody that wants to suppress knowledge, suppress wisdom, suppress intellect, suppress invention, suppress technology, suppress medicine, suppress knowledge, philosophy, things of that nature, that is evil. When the Creator put us here to what? Mimic Him, which is to create. They took us, we are the creators, the empaths. I don't know if anybody in the stream is an empath. I don't know if anybody in the stream is an empath, y'all, if you ever even heard of empath. But you have guys like Kobe Bryant and guys like Nipsey Hussle who show all the traits and the signs of being an empath. You have guys like myself and other people. Akila Woolly Hair, peace. You didn't come to the stream last night. I got everybody they moderator. I got everybody they wrenches. So if you don't got a wrench, the cross the Pope wears is satanic. Germanic. Desi Jones says the cross the Pope wears is satanic. Yes, indeed. Badu Rand, Davis Cole say Germanic, Byzantine, Rosicrucians, and Kabbalists. Yes, indeed. Now look, I've studied about Christian Rosencreutz in the event of the Rosy Cross, which Rosicrucian, that's what that means. Rosicrucian actually means the Rosy Cross, right? Fiery, burning Rosy Cross, right? Food poisoning. Now look, We finna go in. We finna go in. For the new people in the stream, you now tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous. And say, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed and turned your notification bells on all, please do. So we can get you a moderator status next time we live off the YouTube app. But we're not currently on the YouTube app. Ty Brown, peace, peace, peace. Peace, love, and light and balance, relative. Same to you, sis. Make sure you got your notification bells on all. We're going to get you a moderator status next time we in here on the YouTube app. But I'm currently streaming from a different app, because YouTube was trying to cut me out last night when we started talking about DNA and genetic modification. Now, I'm going to bring up a point I brought up last night again with the Kobe situation, right? Kobe Bryant, right? What do you think his genetics are actually worth? What do you think a man with genes are like Kobe is actually worth? We now know today that they can take one gene, right, through coding, the same system that they code computers with, that system of ones and zeros, a binary system, just like binaural beats. Anything, listen, when you're dealing with etymology, y'all, when something sounds phonetically alike, and it also has the general same meaning, y'all, when you look at the root, 9 times out of 10, those things are alike. Okay, is it easy to see or know who the empaths are? It is easy. This is how you determine if you're an empath. If someone comes up to you, right? Let's say it's a friend. A friend comes up to you and tells you, hey, I just got in a fight. No. Look, this is how you determine if you're an empath. This is going to be something. I'm trying to give it to you simple and easy so everybody can understand it real fast. Then we're finna get back to Kobe Bryant and his genetics, his actual genetic makeup, and why would they, oh, wait, I got to point this out. How did it go from death toll from number to 5 to 9 overnight? The death toll went from 5 to 9 overnight. Now, when that death toll changed, y'all, they just letting me know exactly what happened, y'all. Peace, Halito, the original Copper Empress Holbert. Peace, sis. What's good? What's great? When they changed that death toll from 5, Kobe Bryant and 4 others died. Now it's Kobe Bryant and 8 others died. Yesterday in my stream, we looked at the 8s. They both born in August. Then you get we looked at the 8s, right? We was like, damn, it's 3 8s. Now you have another 8. So that's 4 8s. Like the 4 other people he was with. Now the 4 and that 3 plus 1, his daughter age. That 3 plus 3 in Nip age, plus that. Man, y'all, like the math part of it, y'all, like the number part of it, y'all, is so simple to see. Like, that's what I want to say. That I don't even want to get caught back up on the number part, y'all. But we gotta realize, like, these people are changing the facts on us, and then later on in a couple years it'll be, that was the. Nah, I'm telling y'all right now, the Mandela effect is the government switching real events. They cloned Nelson Mandela because they killed Nelson Mandela and they needed him back. This is what you got to realize. When you're dealing with great people, high-powered, empathic people, when you're dealing with fully awakened empaths, those type people can't be killed off because the world needs them. The world needs them. First I heard 5 people, then 7 was on the plane. You get what I'm saying? They're going to switch the numbers because they want to see how easy it is to get us to be hoodwinked, to be fooled, to be tricked. I don't like getting tricked. I don't like being lied to. I don't trick people because I don't like being tricked. I don't lie to people because I don't like being lied to. I don't fool people because I don't like being played a fool. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what we have to realize, that with Kobe Bryant's death, that if they can just sit here and change the death toll, like every aircraft that goes in the air doesn't have a manifest Anytime you're dealing with aeronauticals, you gotta clear your manifest. Or is it just a manifesto? Now, check me out. We get reports, right? Remember I asked somebody how was the weather out there? Look, other people starting to make that Nipsey connection too, by the way, y'all. But just know, my live stream last night, we had 1,100 people up in there. That was live. 1,100 people came through the stream and seen us live last night. That was cool beans. That was cool beans. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I thank y'all all for subscribing, hitting that notification bells to all. Chief Sebi Indigenous, higher power back in the booth. I appreciate that. Now, check me out. We gonna let them play with the numbers? Why has Kendrick Lamar been so quiet? All right, check me out. Now, yesterday, we know who went. That's why I did the live. Let me explain to y'all. We finna get back on Kobe Bryant, Trayvon Martin, Nipsey Hussle. We're gonna get back on the Illuminati. We're gonna get back on the Roman Catholic Church. We're gonna get back on all of these things. Blood sacrifice. We're finna touch on all of these things. All of them. But I want to say this. Why did Meek Mill drop a song this morning entitled Letter to Nipsey? Am I not the only one that made the Nipsey Hussle and Kobe Bryant connection? Did Meek Mill see that also? Why would Meek Mill on the eve of Kobe Bryant's death, why would Meek Mill? I don't know Meek Mill. I didn't hit him up like, hey, bro, I just made a YouTube video, bro, where I'm trying to link in Kobe Bryant's death and Nipsey Hussle's death. Hey, can you drop a song about Nipsey? I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't tell Meek Mill to drop a song about Nipsey, y'all. But I seen that connection just like Meek Mill see that connection. You get what I'm saying? Like, I seen that connection just like Meek Mill seen that connection, y'all. Just real talk. Now, why would Kobe Bryant's helicopter pilot, why would Kobe Bryant's personal pilot feel experienced enough to fly with low cloud cover when the LA police, the Los Angeles police, didn't feel comfortable taking flight last night? The Los Angeles police said they weren't flying their helicopters last night and they had no information about the crash. The Los Angeles police, y'all, you know Los Angeles is dangerous. I'm from LA. I live in Texas. I grew up in Texas, but I'm from LA. My daddy, my mama, my people, my granny, them, everybody, we from LA. My cousins, them, we from LA. Them helicopters gonna be out. That's like saying there ain't gonna be no what I'm saying by bringing up Los Angeles police, all I'm saying is this. Remember, they were involved in the cover-up of Nipsey Hussle's death. I mean, it's not about Montana 808 Peace. Great to have you up in here. Everybody that just tuned in, you now tuned in with Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher power back in the booth. Now listen, it's not about a conspiracy theory at all. Period. That's what I just reiterated in the front of this video, that we got to stop letting these people, anytime we want to research or look into the death of one of our own, if we want to look into the death of one of our own and make a connection about their great scheme of being serial killers, because the government is the biggest serial killer there is. If we're going to be honest, the government is the biggest serial killer there is. They steady knocking niggas off in the same manner and we don't see it. They leaving their signature all over it. So we're not going to call it a conspiracy theory when we know that gravity is a conspiracy theory. If an apple fall on my head right now, what gives me the right to call it gravity? That's a conspiracy theory. We're not conspiratorial type people in nature. You get what I'm saying? We just want to look into the death of our own from a unique perspective of our own. How many black coroners are there? How many black forensic scientists are there? How many black doctors and black mortuary people are there? How many black investigators you think went to the scene of Kobe Bryant's death, Nipsey Hussle's death, Trayvon Martin's death? How many of our own do you actually think actually investigating to the deaths of our own? That's what I'm saying. Now, let me get back to the main topic. A lot now, but we the people. That's what the Constitution based off. We the people. We the people. We have that First Amendment right where we wanna have a discussion and we wanna see, hey, is there a connection between all of these deaths that keep happening among we the people? The people. We know that we are the original Americans. This is our soil. And we letting them kill us off, pick us off. Bing, bing, bing. They kill us off at will. If you want to kill a nigga, all you got to do is have a means, motive. If you want to kill a black person, a so-called black person, you just wake up and go do it. And you get away with it, whether it be the police forces, whether it be anyone. Now listen, this is something I want to point out. Back to what I was pointing out, y'all, about how about how Kobe Bryant's pilot, why did Kobe Bryant's pilot that he's been flying with for years, this same pilot, why did he feel, or he determined, Kobe Bryant's pilot, why did he determine that it was safe enough to fly? What gave him the right to determine that it was safe enough to fly with this low cloud cover? The cloud cover is so low. I'm in Texas, y'all, and there's clouds on the ground, which is fog. There's fog right now, and that's why I'm inside the car streaming instead of being outside. Y'all know I like being in the nature. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like feeling that sun rays on me and feeling the wind and hearing the birds and things of that nature. Mike Jones, peace. That's the problem with our people. Unfortunately, we need to invest in our own indigenous organic people. And that's what this is about. When someone dies, when someone is assassinated, or when someone dies or a tragedy happens, that brings about energies within the world among the empaths. See, I can tell that y'all 31 people in here, y'all are empaths. Y'all are empath. Y'all share an empath type nature. You want to know why? Because the title is about death, about sacrificial death, and that's something an empath does not approve of. That's how you can know if you're an empath, y'all, because when you see something about sacrificial death, it draws you because you're like, no, that's not humanity. No, not my people. Do you get what I'm saying? That draws in nothing but empathic. I choose my video titles very carefully because I try to draw in a certain type of people with a certain type of energy levels. Do you get what I'm saying? If I could have just put the death of Kobe Bryant or Kobe Bryant conspiracy theory, or I would have got in all kind of negative energy people that feed off of that type stuff. We're not in here to feed off the energy. We're using this tragedy. We're using this tragedy as a point of unity, y'all, and seeing higher power back in the booth. Peace. We're using this tragedy as a unification point. Like if y'all see my stream last night, I stopped everything I was doing to speak to a lot of Moors that were in my chat and to just tell them, stop the disunity, stop the division. I stopped my stream where I was going in trying to get out all the facts I could, all the knowledge I could, all the understanding I could about Nipsey Hussle's death, about Kobe Bryant's death, about sacrificing, about things of that nature, the Freemasonic sacrificial organizations and things of that nature. I stopped what I was doing to speak to Moors, and I don't know, it was about 10 of them in my stream, and I said, hey, y'all, can we stop with the disunity? Can we please stop with the division? Can you please stop trying to force your term on everybody else? Can y'all do that, please? Y'all know Sebi out on the hunt. You know I'm out on the hunt. You know I want scalps. But at the same time, y'all, with the death of a young legend, they said he getting our legends while they're young. Think about it. Like, Kobe Bryant is only 41. with good genetics, with great genetics. Kobe Bryant had great genetics. We see it. He improved it, right? On the scale. Now, this is something else. Competition, right? This is what I want y'all to get. For those of y'all that have children, like me, I'm a father. You get what I'm saying? Chief Sebi is a father. So when I say this right here, this is for the parents in the stream, and this is for the children in the stream. This is for the college students. This is for everybody. When I say this right here, competition is not for us nor by us. Competition is how that they put us up against each other. The weak use the strong through competition. Do you know that? Have you ever noticed that the owners of these basketball teams, the owners of these football teams, the owner of the NFL, the owner of the NBA, the owner of these competition organizations, how they never compete in anything? They don't have the strength, the ability, the genetics, anything to compete. Yo, I'll be back. Okay. Yeah, y'all can tap in and tap out. How was the pilot unidentified? That's what I'm saying. That type stuff, Desi Jones. How is Kobe Bryant's pilot unidentifiable? That means he's sitting at home at breakfast right now with his wife watching the news. If we're going to keep it 100, if they say Kobe Bryant's pilot is unidentifiable, then that means Kobe Bryant's pilot is sitting at home eating bacon and eggs and sausage and grits with his wife and toast. We just got to call it what it is, because that is an aircraft. That is an aircraft. Y'all know how heavily guarded the FAA keeps our skies over here in the Americas. Oh, okay, my bad. The original comprehension. Look, I want to give it some time to wrap my head around this one time. Okay. Peace. Now look, if you're going to take flight here in America, whether it be a plane, whether it be a personal plane, whether it be a jet, whether it be a helicopter, whether it be a personal helicopter, news helicopter, military, anything, you're not getting in a helicopter and that pilot isn't calling in anything. You think a helicopter can just lift off the ground and go somewhere else without checking in with the FAA first? I'm not going to say Pac is alive, but I do want to just make a connection right fast. Look, if we can, I'm not going to say Pac is alive. I'm not going to say Pac is dead. I'm not going to say anybody is alive or dead, because I don't believe in the death. I believe the true death is the oblivion, which is the death of the mind. That's true death. So if you allow your mind to be killed, if you allow your mind to be obliviated, to be obliterated, to be pushed into oblivion, your mind, your individual mind, if you allow that third eye to be crushed, if you have your third eye open and you allow somebody to reach in and crush that third eye, or to take your mind and send it to oblivion, which means true death. If you allow that, then yeah, I would say yeah, they dead. But no. In every religious scripture around the world, I've read them. In every religious scriptures, in every religious books, in every religious organization, we have a knowledge. We get a proper knowledge, wisdom, and inner and understanding of life after death, of the spirit man, of the higher self and the lower self, of the mind. Do you get what I'm saying? That's another thing, Montana 808. Peace. That's another thing. How the hell? Because I got the notification. I put up a video within like 5 minutes of the plane crashing, right? Of the helicopter blowing up. All right, now listen. This is the trick. I pointed this out last night, but some of y'all weren't in the stream last night. But let me say this. Why a helicopter? Why not the old plane trick like Aaliyah? Why not the private jet trick like Aaliyah? Why not the car accident like the guy from the Fast and the Furious and like Lisa Left Eye. Why not use old tricks? Why a helicopter? Because a helicopter fuel burns super hot. Then you have magnesium on the helicopter. You have magnesium all over the helicopter, right? And that magnesium catches fire and you can't even put it out with water. Do you hear what I'm saying? So that you're dealing with a heat that's so hot. You're dealing with a heat that's so hot where there will not be any remains left. There is going to be no identifiable, and there's not going to be a tooth left to identify him. That's why they did it in a helicopter instead of an airplane. Because an airplane, the wreckage is still salvageable. Because not all doctors and not all doctors and lawyers and dentists and teachers and judges and things of those natures, not all the so-called upper class of our world are evil. So if you leave you can't fake Kobe Bryant's death and leave fake DNA in there. You can't fake Kobe Bryant's death and leave fake DNA in there. Why? Because you're going to have somebody that's going to tell them. You get what I'm saying? Somebody's going to snitch. You get what I'm saying? There is good doctors in the world. There is good dentists. You can't put a fake set of teeth in there and expect all dentists to just approve it. And you can't just expect his family not to want a second opinion. Do you get what I'm saying? Do y'all understand that? Just understand that the reason why they killed him, the reason why the helicopter crash of Kobe Bryant, the reason why that is more suspicious than an aircraft or anything. I think it's PSYOP indeed. There's multiple witnesses who've seen this incident and said there was no explosion. Once again, I read that report earlier also, that people say they seen it, right? Motorcyclists. They say people were on motorcycles. Who was it? The Hells Angels? The Hells Angels, the Banditos, the one percenters? Who was it? They said they seen the crash. Cyclists, or they could have been bicyclists. They said cyclists. I figured it was motorcyclists, but I could have misread it. But they said cyclists seen the crash and reported it. They called it in. Somebody, I'm just riding a bike right here while Kobe dies. I just so happen to be riding my bicycle while Kobe dies. I guess you were destined to see the death of the greatest basketball player ever. Now, let's get on this. We all hear about organ harvesting. We all hear about organ harvesting and people's organs coming up missing. Think about the young man, that young man who died and got rolled up in a gym. Think about it. Leaving basketball practice, was killed, rolled up inside of a mat and hid behind the bleachers. And then once this child's family bury him, they excavate, they exhume his body to get it re-looked at, to get a second opinion, and wow, all his organs are gone. The organs are gone. Now you get Kobe Bryant of excellent. Okay, yeah, we finna get on that. The commentator, right? She say Los Angeles niggas. Now, I tried to touch on that last night, but I got sidetracked. My bad. I was yelling, y'all, but I get very adamant about this information. Now, I tried to touch on that last night, y'all, but I got sidetracked. This is before, when I was on live stream, I didn't know anything about the commentator saying Los Angeles niggas. But I was already pointing out about the legalization of weed last night, right? The legalization of weed. And this pharmaceutical marijuana, right? This recreational marijuana culture. This marijuana. You get what I'm saying? This high THC and other chemicals, estrogen, and all kind of stuff that they're feeding our people in LA, right? All over California, Colorado. Well, I can't speak on Colorado because one thing I noticed from personal experience is that California's marijuana and Colorado's marijuana is different. California has so many different strands and different types of things because it's all been genetically made inside the labs. The marijuana has been genetically modified. We finna get back on her saying nigga, but I wanted to say this. That marijuana, this legalized weed, right? This pharmaceutical marijuana, this medical, this recreational marijuana, right? It's genetically modified. I spoke on this yesterday that when you have something that's genetically modified and you put it into your body, what it does, because it's not natural, it modifies your body also. So when you're eating GMO foods, you're eating genetically modified organisms. You as a whole are a human being, and you consist of millions and billions of different organisms, right? Organisms, right? We talked about what ism means, and the SIS on the back of words means Genesis. When you get Genesis and you get the gene and the SIS, which means the study of or the practice of. So they're telling you right there in the beginning of the Bible that this is the start of genetic modification. This is the starting time. So therefore we trace genetic mutations and genetic modifications back 3,000 or 4,000 years. I don't know when they telling y'all, like in the mainstream media, like when the fake news, the fake science, the fake politicians, the fake doctors, the fake lawyers, the fake nurses, I don't know what they say. But I'm telling you that through my studies, I trace genetic modification and genetic science and the study of genetics back 3,000-4,000 years. So this isn't a new science at all. Like I talked about Kobe Bryant's genetics. You get what I'm saying, and how much them organs would be worth. And how about we mass produce those organs? Now look, yesterday I said this. I said, what could a general do? What could any military, but right now with with all this talk of the reason why we must hold fast so that we can reset the body. Yes. Fasting is the only way. Look, fasting, when you fast, right? If y'all don't know, you now tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous, higher power, back in the booth. Now, I fasted for 44 days, right? Dr. Sebi fasted for 64 days. And he passed out at the end of that fast because he wasn't putting in anything in his body to create energy. You get what I'm saying? No protein, no kind of anything. He was just eating a certain type of plant. Now, me, I went 44 days fasting. No food at all. Straight water, right? I was 235 pounds. I fasted until I was like 170 pounds. You get what I'm saying? So when I say in my song, I fasted away 55 pounds in 44 days.
I can't get on.
Why not? For real? Just get on as soon as you can. You was up in there knocked out.
I know. I was dreaming and everything, and I heard Alan waking me up. I said I must have been talking. I must have said something.
Yeah. On God you was.
I don't know.
I'll be in it a little bit. Right. Come on my stream if you can though. All right.
As soon as I put on the charge, I'm gonna turn it on.
All right. I fasted 16 to 18 hours a day. Yes. See, you have different types of fasts, right? We're finna get back. Wait. Before I talk about the fast briefly, y'all, for those that's in here about the main topic, which is sacrificial deaths, the Illuminati sacrificial deaths of Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, and Trayvon Martin, and how those three people can be seen all in one setting. You get what I'm saying? We can look through the same pair of glasses we take off these glasses that the government and that school educational system, fake news systems and stuff want us to wear. We take these glasses off and put on our own glasses of our own understanding and comprehension, right? So before I speak on the sacrificial deaths of Kobe, Nipsey, and Trayvon, we're going to talk about the fast real fast and genetically modified organisms, right? And back to the weed in LA. And back to that lady calling them niggas, right? Saying Los Angeles niggas. I heard it clearly. They talking about, oh, she said the Lakers. That woman said Los Angeles niggas. Niggers. I mean, excuse me. She said the Los Angeles niggers. I mean, Lakers. How much do you think they paid her? They paid her enough to retire peacefully. They paid her enough where she's going to be on all kind of memes and her name is finna be trending and the most talked about person. She finna be the most talked about person for a long time. They're going to try to overshadow the death of Kobe with this European descendant lady saying the Los Angeles niggas. Now, why did she feel comfortable calling them the Los Angeles niggers? Right? It's because when you go to LA, think about it. Anybody in here from LA or been to LA? Niggas in LA can't think past the next dispensary. They can't think past the next eighth, the next gram, the next 7, the next deal that this dispensary has. Notice that dispensary, its last 4 letters is SARY, just like adversary, SARY, right? Dispensary, adversary. Who knows? But check this out. She called them the Los Angeles niggers. She's like, oh, and the Los Angeles niggers. Wow. Like, that's how you feel about us? Trayvon's heart was given to Dick Cheney. 808, no, he wasn't, but he did speak against them a few times. She not going to be fired, though. Yeah, she probably won't get fired. Oh, Ram Rich, peace. What's good, what's great? You from Inglewood? My people over there off 89th, man. That's where I be at. When I come there, I be over there off 89th, man. What I want to say with medical marijuana, right? They're using medical marijuana. Now, I'm from LA, but I was raised up in Texas, y'all. But I'm a connoisseur of marijuana. You get what I'm saying? I stopped smoking currently. I had to smoke a blunt last night thinking about Nip. And Kobe. Nipsey Hussle and Kobe. And then seeing that picture that's on the thumbnail, seeing that picture with Nipsey Hussle and Kobe Bryant and knowing that they were trying to get together community enrichment programs. And my bad, y'all. I got to let this smoke out. Like, think about it. Let's keep it all in context. What is a sacrifice? I'm finna just take it back. We're gonna slow it down, y'all. I appreciate the feedback in the stream, y'all. I appreciate the comments, y'all. Keep commenting, keep dropping your topics, keep giving your feedback, y'all. But I'm gonna just take it back to the basics again. The sacrifice. Why is a sacrifice important? Why is a sacrifice needed? Now, in my other streams, a lot of y'all are just here. Oh, the weed is toxic. Most definitely. Now, a lot of y'all are here just to hear about the sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, Trayvon Martin, right? A lot of y'all are just here for that. And that's cool. But at the same time, this channel has been streaming. This channel has been putting up knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and everything else for the people, for us. We the people. We the people. The people spoken of in the Constitution is we the people. Now, even though we're the most constitutional violated people, we get our constitutional rights violated more than any other people. I'm telling you all that we are the people out of the Constitution. Even though we get our rights violated more than anyone, we have no rights. We the people. Now, on my channel, right, I was speaking on the fact that this is a new decade. People hyping up 2020, right? But look at 2020, not just for this year, because we see that this year is finna be chaos. And I honestly see, just because this year is so important, I honestly see clearly that there's going to be a death. Not as major as Kobe, but there's going to be a death popularized and talked about every month. Probably more than one a month. Notice they're not even saying the names of the other people that are dead, except Gianni and Kobe Bryant, except his daughter and Kobe Bryant. Notice that they're not even giving out the names of the other. First it was the other 3 people, now it's the other 7 people. They say it's 9 now. They changed the numbers on us right in our face. Yesterday evening when the report came out from TMZ, they said Kobe Bryant and 4 other people. They said all 4 of his children are safe. His wife and his 4 children weren't in there. Let's keep it real. Let's look at the facts. When TMZ put out the original report last night on Kobe Bryant's death, they said that his wife and their 4 children were reported safe at home, that they weren't on the flight. Casualties of war, yes ma'am, indeed, yes indeed. We're casualties of war. We're prisoners of war. This is something that I've always stated too, that we are prisoners of war, POWs. Now, I'm slowing it down and I'm taking it back, y'all, so we can get everything clear and in context. When TMZ's first report came out on Kobe Bryant's death, they said his wife and his children were reported safe. To me, that is like saying, I think his wife the one that called it in. How did they know so fast? It was an inside job. There was an inside job with Kobe Bryant's death. We got Kobe Bryant's number. We got 24 people up in here. Kobe. Kobe, LeBron. Used to ball Kobe, but now I ball LeBron. Kobe, LeBron. Competition. Kobe, LeBron. Competition. Kobe, LeBron. Competition. LeBron goes past Kobe Bryant's scoring record last night. Kobe, LeBron. Competition. Birds lit. We the melanated people are still considered 3/5 of a person. We don't even matter as a whole person. Now let's dive into that. For those that just came in the stream, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you got your notification bells on all. We are in here talking about the sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant, the sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle, the sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin, and the sacrificial death of etc. That means all the so-called mysterious and traumatic and tragedious deaths of people of color. That's what they call it. People of color. The minority. Now, look. Yes, I seen somebody say it in the chat yesterday. They had a cartoon depiction of him dying. I bet they did. They drew it out before it happened. We're talking about pre-scripted deaths. Scripted deaths. That means the death is scripted before it even happens. So that cartoon, there's no cartoonist that's fast enough to do it. We were still in the stream live last night, and people were already commenting in the chat about a cartoon. And it's like, how did they draw the cartoon that fast? I'm a cartoonist myself. I'm an artist myself, and it just don't work that fast. How do you get a whole visual depiction of a death that nobody saw? But yet you get witnesses. You get people that did say they seen the death. You have people, they saying they have eyewitnesses to the death of Kobe Bryant. They say there's eyewitnesses accounts, right? Then you get TMZ, fake news. TMZ is fake news, y'all. We got to keep it real. I had to go back and double check. Even though I got the first video up pretty quickly and I started a stream pretty quickly last night after the death of Kobe Bryant, I checked Because TMZ is, listen, think about gematria. Gematria. Not you. Some people get it confused for geometry, but it is similar. They have the similar roots, gematria and geometry, because they can have the same root. We're not even going to talk about gematria, y'all. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of videos talking about gematria. But yesterday in my stream, we were talking about the numerical values and seeing how the numbers correlate and seeing how the numbers all match up. All right, now check this out. We're going to take it back. Way back. Out of 5 out of only 3 voters count. But listen, when we're talking about scripted deaths, right? Preconceived deaths, premeditated murders, right? Premeditated sacrificial deaths of Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, and Trayvon Martin, right? When we're talking about these type things, you got to know that politics are prescripted. Mass shootings are prescripted. Medicine. Listen, it's going to sound like I'm getting off topic, but I promise I'm always on topic. The mass shootings are prescripted. Deaths are prescripted. And your medicine is prescripted, right? Now, look, I talk about this in one of my podcasts. My podcasts are available on anywhere where podcasts are available, y'all. Chief Sebi Indigenous. You can find me on any app that streams podcasts, from Apple Podcasts to Google Podcasts and anything. And I have a podcast where I spoke about prescriptions. And you can apply that to all of this stuff that happens in the world, all of these sacrificial deaths, right? Because if it's prescribed, that means pre-written. Now, if we get everything has to do with math and science. Yeah, everything. We live, breathe, talk, walk, and think mathematics. People don't know that, but you use mathematics all day, every day. And in school systems, they try to teach you a system of mathematics using Roman numerals. Roman numerals, right? And now that we're talking about law, I see people say something about us being 3/5 of a human, 3/5 of a person. All right. I don't know if any of y'all have a Black's Law dictionary or anything, but just look up the word person. Look up the word black. Look up the word white. Look up the word, them type words. Just look it up. Look at law. Look at the word law. I had a Black's Law dictionary and a etymology dictionary. I lost it when I became homeless and stuff. I'm no longer homeless and stuff. Manifested myself up out of there through sheer will. You get what I'm saying? After my 44-day fast, you get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things became open to me. Now, medicine means dying, med sending. Indeed. Now, look. We all know that pharmaceutical has a root called pharmakia, which is sorcery, right? We broke that etymology down before on my channel. Pharmaceuticals and pharmacy and anything to do with pharmaceuticals comes from a word called pharmakia. I never applied the term person. No, we're not persons. We're not persons. You get what I'm saying? Persons. We're not persons. If you just look, just start breaking down words, y'all. Any word you say, just start saying it slow. And look at the parts that's in it. Per, son. Who the hell is per? Whose son is per? I'm not part of per, son. You get what I'm saying? Just check it out. Now, mean harm. Now, with pharmaceuticals, right? Wait, let's get back on sacrificial deaths. I don't want to go too far. Because when you got sorcery, right? Sorcery, witchcraft, gematria, geometry, pentagrams, the number 5, the number 9, different numbers, the number 8, the number 4, the number 3, the number 24, the number 41. When you're dealing with numbers, the number 13, the number 31, the number 32. When you're dealing with numbers, right, and seeing how they all correlate and how certain phonetic groups of words, certain phonetic groups of words, certain tones and stuff, look, it all bows down to vibration. How do you think we talk? They tell us we're gonna get back on the sacrificial deaths of Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, y'all, but we just building, y'all. We just building up to it, right? There's no rush. There's no rush. I mean, if y'all got an appointment, carry on with your appointment, y'all. The stream will be here afterwards. There's no rush, right? We're gonna get on the sacrificial deaths. We're gonna get on the sacrifices earlier in the stream. We already talked about fairly briefly. We talked about a correlation, and we talked about the advent of the Illuminati and the Catholic Church and things of that nature. And we're going to come back to that. But right now, yeah, 33. 33. You get what I'm saying? Club 33, Disney. Club 33. I mentioned that last night. Club 33 at Disney. The 33rd degree in Masonry. Albert Pike, one of the founding fathers of the Ku Klux Klan, right? Albert Pike, a known Freemason and one of the founders of the Ku Klux Klan. You get what I'm saying? Do you see that connection? Look at Mormons who are racist. Look at Mormons who are racist, y'all. Mormons is a Freemasonic organization. Also, do you get what I'm saying? Look at Scientology. Scientology is a Freemasonic organization also. Look how Scientology is now in cahoots with the Nation of Islam through Farrakhan. That's Freemasonic ties right there. We know Freemasons are with their black and white checkered floors, right? Because that's how they rule. They rule through, look, Freemasons rule through the color black and white. That's why on a Freemasonic temple, when you go inside of a Freemasonic temple, on the floor is sprawled out and there's black and white checkered boards. There's a checkered board, like a chess board, because life is chess. Anytime you're dealing with life, you're dealing with the game of chess, not checkers. Chess, not checkers. So when you go inside of a Freemasonic temple, the floors all the way up to the altar is black and white checkered. Black and white checkered. The black and the white. The black symboling death. The black symboling ignorance. The black symboling profane. The black symbolical for a lack of knowledge. The triple stage blackness, deaf, dumb, and blind of the mind. Now the white stands for purity and holiness and knowledge and intellectuals and intellect and enlightenment. And then you have them black, white, black, white, black, white. In the Freemasonic temple, we're talking about the Freemasonic temples here. And we're showing and proving how when they walk with their step. Remember, I did the breakdown. I don't know if anybody in here, I think Empress Holbert was, but nobody else is like day ones up in here to remember last year when we did the marriage ceremony build. And how the marriage ceremony with your steps, dun, 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 that's walking through the degrees. When you walk up, that's how Freemasons walk up. That's how Freemasons walk up to the altar. They put one heel to the middle part of their foot, one heel to the other part, step on the square. One heel, step on a square. Freemasons sacrificial deaths. You get what I'm saying? They're walking on the black and the white. They made the black and the white. That's how they wanted to rule. All right, now look. I subbed you up last year. Okay, that's what's up. We were the original white. Yes, ma'am. Now look, duality, yes. There's going to be duality in everything. Look at Kobe Bryant. Look at Kobe Bryant, right? Look at Kobe Bryant's death. We're going to look at it in perspective, right? We stated some facts, how he didn't want to be with his wife. He didn't want to be with his wife. She had attacked him. Kobe Bryant's wife had already assaulted him. She was forcing him to be in that marriage. She was treating him wrong. He wanted out. But the lawyers told Kobe Bryant there is no out. So with the mind that I have, knowing that Kobe is an intellectual, knowing that he has a great mind, right? I would have immediately started planning my death. I would have immediately, if I was Kobe Bryant, I would have, when the lawyers told me I could not get out of this toxic relationship, this toxic marriage, I would have immediately, if I was Kobe Bryant, I would have immediately started planning my death. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, some people in the stream, right? We had like 80 people up in here last night. And some people in the stream, they were saying like, Kobe ain't dead. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like anytime a great dies, when you're talking about a great, when you're talking about a Tupac Shakur, when you're talking about a Tupac Shakur, you're talking about a Biggie Smalls. When you're talking about a Michael Jackson, when you're talking about a Whitney Houston, when you're talking about a Bernie Mac, when you're talking about a Kobe Bryant, you automatically gonna assume like this person isn't deaf. Now, some people do it off of emotionals, off of emotions, off of empathic nature. They would automatically say, no, it can't be. Say it ain't so. They're not dead. Out of a sense of not wanting to believe that they're dead, or not wanting to accept reality. Reality. Excuse me, pardon self. Reality. Now, that's not the perspective I'm coming from. When I say Kobe Bryant, there's a possibility, because we got to look at it from every angle. There's a possibility that Kobe Bryant is not dead. I'm looking at it from an intellectual perspective, from a male perspective, from a man who has been trapped in a relationship. I'm looking at it from those perspectives. I've been trapped in a relationship with a woman I didn't want to be with, just like Kobe Bryant. Do you get what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant was trapped. He was forced to stay with a woman he didn't no longer love, who no longer loved him. That's where you get in narcissism. That's where you get in jealousy, hate, lewdness, anger, selfishness, greed, territorialism. Because look, women are territorial type creatures, like just like males are. Have you ever noticed, like, when a man gets with a woman, like, the man don't want to sound creepy, but he like, hey, you mines. And the woman don't want to sound creepy, but she like, hey, nigga, I kill you. You mines. So just because they have money doesn't mean they don't go through the same stresses in relationships that we do. Matter of fact, they go through it 10 times more. Kobe Bryant and his wife stress was 100 times more than our stress. You get what I'm saying? How stressed do you think a man like Kobe Bryant is? The ultimate the ultimate predator on the court. Now, I want to use that word because y'all got to realize that the world consists of two groups of people. Predator and prey. Predator and prey. The eating and the food. The eater and then the morsels. So Kobe Bryant was a predator. Not a sexual predator. I'm not calling him a sexual predator. I'm saying when he got on the court, he got on there as an alpha male. Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. He was the ultimate predator on the court. You give him the rock and he just does it by himself. Kobe Bryant could do it by himself. You get what I'm saying? Now look, I said it last night, but I'm going to say it again. With all these rumors of World War III, right? Now remember, World War X is the first world war. When you're dealing with a world war, that means all the people of a world, or all the governments, or all the agencies, or all the societies of the world are at war with each other. So when you say World War III, you got to look at it circumspect. Now I'm saying World War X, which is World War Christos, the first war that happened after, and it was instituted with the death of Christ. Sounds crazy, right? But World War X came into existence with the death of Christ. They immediately start seeking out that bloodline. They immediately went to war with the disciples, with their abilities. Now remember, the disciples had more abilities. They had divine abilities, spiritual abilities. Y'all get what I'm saying? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. That when he told him, he said, what are we to do? He said, do everything I did and more. Greater works. So there's been a war, right, between the powers in the world. So World War X is the first world war that ever happened. And that's between good and evil. That's between narcissists and empaths. Now, all right. I don't even want to break it down. Y'all know I love talking about narcissism and empaths. You get what I'm saying? Because I am a fully awakened empath. Indigenous Realist wasn't a fully awakened empath. He was just my manifestation here on YouTube to save self. But Chief Sebi Indigenous, higher power back in the booth. I'm a fully awakened empath. So you get what I'm saying? That's why I can actually feel the pain, to feel the grief, feel the hate, feel the evil, feel the type of things even through streams. Now check me out. Now, Kobe Bryant was told by his lawyer, right? Kobe Bryant was told by his lawyer that he couldn't separate from his wife. No matter if he didn't love her, no matter what they were going through. If I was Kobe Bryant, I would have immediately started planning my death. Just for this reason. Now, the reason why I would have planned my death, if I was Kobe Bryant, stuck with a woman I didn't want to be with, but with the resources, but yet they were my hard-earned resources, I would have immediately started siphoning my money off to overseas accounts. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if he's not dead, he still needs money. Now, what do they do with all the fake deaths in the world? What do they do with all the fake deaths in the world? Where do they go? It's hard to believe that people fake their deaths, right? It's hard to believe. Like, everybody was like, Tupac ain't dead. Biggie's not dead. Nipsey Hussle's not dead. Whitney Houston's not dead. Michael Jackson didn't die. Prince didn't die. Everybody's saying these things, right? They say that the greats, Kobe Bryant's not dead. Kobe Bryant's not dead. Nipsey Hussle's not dead. Michael Jackson's not dead. People say these things, right, out of disbelief or not wanting to accept the deaths, or they say it out of a sense inside of themselves. Because I'm telling you, there's only two different forces in the world, good and evil, bad and good. You get what I'm saying? Evil and not evil. So if you look at it, when I say that there's a possibility that none of those people I named, and plus all the rest, Bernie Mac, all the rest of the people, that there's a possibility that they're not dead, I'm saying it from the perspective of someone who knows that we're not on a globe, that we're not on a marble, a green and blue marble just floating through the air. See, that's where the trickery comes through. That's where the trickery comes through. If you believe that you're just floating, if you believe that you're just floating on a ball, a spinning ball, through the air at 1,000 miles per hour, you lose significance with life. Your life becomes insignificant. It means that there's no creator and that man is all there is. That man is the only thing you run to. No matter where you go, there's always going to be men. That's not true. That's not true. Now check me out. Have y'all anybody in here seen that map? There's an ancient map. They call it the ancient monk map. They call it the ancient monk map, right? And on that ancient monk map, they have 33 other continents surrounding this plane we call Earth. Do you hear me? They have 33 other continents surrounding this plane we call Earth, right? Now, 33 is a significant number. Why did Freemasons... See, originally, the Freemasonic organization only had 3 degrees. Enter the apprentice, fellowship craft, and Master Mason. But later on, they adapted 30 more degrees, which were called the figurative or speculative degrees in Freemasonry. The speculative. And with the coming of these speculative degrees, that's when the coming of sacrificial death came into play. People don't know that, but I'm going to break it down raw and uncut. I got to. I'm going to go ahead and give it raw and uncut. When the Freemasons went from having 3 degrees, when the Freemasons went from having 3 degrees to having 33 degrees, that was the institution of sacrificial death. Now, how does that tie into anything? We got 33 popping up all over. You're going to always see 33 popping up or 3 popping up everywhere. We have all elitists, all government agencies always throwing up this type symmetry, 33. Or this type symmetry, 666. You have Beyonce doing it. You have all the presidents doing it and everything. Okay, look, somebody in the chat mentioned saying Donald Trump was a part of the Illuminati. And I say no. Donald Trump and his little party, his group of people who want world dominance, right? Donald Trump's his small group of people who want world dominance. Because you got to look, when you're talking about world dominance, right? World dominance. That's the ultimate kingdom. Each continent, each nation is just a piece of domination. They're just these presidents, these rulers, these emperors, they're just ruling a little piece. But once everything is ruled, now you get sovereign nations, big nations like United States of America. They came over here, conquered the Americas, the original home of so-called black people, and they tricked them to believe that they tricked black people to believe that they were black and that they weren't brown. They played the color game. They say that this is black. This is black and this is black too. But this is black. But this is black too. But when you use it, when you color with a colored pencil or a Crayola, black is black and brown is brown. But when you look at skin tone, brown is black. Ain't that weird? So, and that's where I talked about the Freemasonic pattern, the checkerboard pattern of black and white. And it stretches from the doorway of the Freemasonic temple all the way to the altar and all throughout the building of a Freemasonic temple, because that's how they rule with the color game. You can only rule through tricking people to be other than themselves. Now, if someone knows themselves, right? Negro and Indian Removal Act. Yes, indeed. Now, if someone knows themselves, they can't be tricked. But if you don't know yourself, if I can get you to believe that you're a dog, right? If there's a human, and I can get this human to believe that they're other than themselves, I now have control, rulership, etc. You get what I'm saying? When someone comes in your life like a narcissist, let me tell y'all this briefly, because Kobe Bryant's wife was definitely a narcissist. Kobe Bryant's wife is definitely a narcissist. Why? I don't know how anybody in here feels about polygyny, monogamy, etc. But with the Kobe Bryant thing, Kobe Bryant is an alpha male. Period. Kobe Bryant was, and forever will be an alpha male, a man's man. That's where you get it, where the term, you ever heard the term, oh, that's a man's man. That was just people didn't know how to say alpha male back then. So they call it a man's man. That means he's a man that other men look up to. That's what an alpha male is. That's what Kobe Bryant was, an alpha male. You get what I'm saying? An alpha male. Goddess Drea, peace, salute. What's good? What's great? Great to have you up in here. Everybody, y'all now tuned in to Sebi Indigenous. Higher power back in the booth. Now, and make sure, hey, for the people that's not used to this stream, that's just coming in, y'all check out them playlists on my channel. We talk about all different topics up in here, y'all. This isn't a conspiracy theorist channel or any of that. This is an actual factual channel. We look at actual facts from an unbiased perspective. And we break those facts down and we build them back up to make a conclusion. Here in this chat, here in the stream, here on this channel. Okay. That's what's up, sis. Now, where was I at? Oh yeah, I was saying Kobe Bryant is an alpha male. There's not a lot of alpha males in the world, right? Y'all know that. Y'all see these brothers nowadays who are feminine. They're feminine because they were not because they were raised by women. Now remember, I was raised by women. Remember, I grew up in a household of four. It was four women in my household, but yet I'm an alpha male. You get what I'm saying? I'm an alpha male. I don't have any kind of feminines in me. You get what I'm saying? Yet I'm comfortable and in tune with self. That's what it takes to be a sports player. You get what I'm saying? Like when you get a team leader, right? Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. He was a team leader. Do you know how much testosterone is on that court? Do you know how much testosterone? You know how many niggas Kobe Bryant had to jack up in that locker room? Kobe Bryant used to have to hem them niggas up in the locker room. Y'all knew that, right? Kobe Bryant, he used to literally grab them niggas by their jersey and get on their ass through sheer will. Like, hey, brother, we not gonna do that. You give me that rock. You keep that ball moving. Hey, don't stop trying to let your ego go. That's what an alpha male does. An alpha male, it's not about controlling. It's not about controls. I am a third degree and I'm inactive, not sure what it entails, but I can say I never passed out in my life until I went through the lodge and I haven't passed out since. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Johnny Phillips, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hey, everybody, make sure you got your notification bell on all. We do live streams here daily. We do live streams here on this channel daily. It just didn't start. You're going to have a lot of new channels just popping up into existence, trying to reap benefits from a sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant. Just like they came up out of nowhere with the sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle. Just like they came out of nowhere with the sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin. Just like they came up out of nowhere with the sacrificial death of Mike Brown. You get what I'm saying? So you got a lot of them content creators. Then you got the OGs and the YGs and the BGs that's been here. Even if they just baby gangsters here on the YouTube platform. I'm saying, like, I'm a big speaker here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So just check out some of my other content, y'all. We've been doing this. I got 200 videos on private mode on my channel, y'all. Just know I got a lot of content, y'all. We over 1 million views, all that here on this channel, y'all. So don't think this is a hype channel. This isn't a conspiracy theory. If you came for a conspiracy theory, you should exit left. Because this isn't a conspiracy theory channel. We deal with actual factual things happening in life, happening in the past, in the future, in the present to see where we're going in life. Here, we're trying to develop the higher self and quell the lower self. That's what we do in this chat. Why you have so much THC in this trash they smoke so it can alter our people. Let's get back on the marijuana. Anytime we bring up LA, y'all, that white woman, that European descendant, like, I don't use the terms black and white, y'all, because we know that black and white is just Freemasonic terms that they use to rule us. When they label one class as white, they label the other class as black. They're actually just ruling us through color spectrums. Now listen, our skin tone, I'm going to get back on that, the THC thing. Yes, sir, I'm an alpha male too, Chief. Didn't realize I was one until a few years ago, but turns out I've been one most of my life. Yeah, alpha males are born. Kobe Bryant couldn't have became an alpha male. You can't become an alpha male. Kobe Bryant was born an alpha male. Trayvon Martin was born an alpha male. See, I went through the struggle of Trayvon Martin. That's why I signify with, I'm not answering no calls while I'm on live. Alpha Lion, peace, peace, peace. Halito, Shalom. Hiya, 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 power. Back in the booth. We up in this thing, y'all. Peace, everybody. Me sell. Oh, that's Mr. Darkman, brother. I thought that was me sell. Only the wise. That's my bro. Now look, we gonna keep it all the way 100, y'all. Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. It takes an alpha male to be team captain. It takes an alpha male to be the GOAT. Why do they want our greats to be known as the GOAT? Y'all know what the GOAT is, right? Y'all know what a GOAT is, right? Y'all know about the Baphomet, right? We're all dealing with, when we're dealing with the Illuminati, right? And we're dealing with the Roman Catholic Church, and we're dealing with sacrificial deaths, and we're dealing with society as a whole, and we're dealing with strong black men and women out of our society being mysteriously killed or mysteriously died. Does anybody remember the mass stream of kidnappings and murders of our women that was happening in California within the 70s? They've been harvesting organs for the longest. They've been seeking out the DNA of Christ for the longest. They've been seeking out that Holy Grail for the longest. They've been trying to quell the natural abilities of empaths and studying and seeing how far you can push the body, the mind, and the physical composition of an empath for the longest. When you hear about gang stalking, and you hear somebody saying they're a targeted individual, I'm bringing gang stalking awareness, right? Because you gotta realize that gang stalking is prevalent, is dangerous, is evil, and it's a Freemasonic organization. Period. What gang stalkers do, they're DNA chasers. They're chasing genetic traits. Think about it. They make a profile. I talked about this last night about social media profiles. How when you're in trouble with the federal government and you go to the feds, how they pull out a profile, a point system from the time you were born, from your earliest ticket, from your earliest warning, and the federal government lays this profile out on you and says, hey, according to your points, we're going to give you 90 years. According to this point system, we're going to give you 30 years, 40 years, not according to your crime, but according to your profile. It's a profile. Pro means proactive, which means for. Like pro means for, so it's for filing or activation of filing. You get what I'm saying? I'm a master etymologist, y'all, so y'all gonna hear me break down words a lot. This phony so-called queen. Which queen? Because I've discussed that about the Queen of England also, y'all. The Queen of England has no ruling power. She's just the queen in name and in lineage, but she's not actually the ruler of that land. In their genetic pool, right? The Queen of England, she has lived for a very long time because of the same topics. Like when we're talking about the sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant, the sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle, the sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin, and other greats, and other young black men, and other so-called black men, the beast, now their time is up. Yes, indeed. The time for the beast is up. And that's when you're going to see the beast doing the most atrocious, committing the most atrocious crimes in history. It's because when they know their time is up. Joshua Johnson, peace. I ain't seen you in forever. Taking out Kobe was also a statement given to others. There must be people wanting to rebel. And yes, the warning. Thank you, brother. Joshua Johnson, thank you, bro. And if I ain't mistaken, you been coming to the streams for years. Like, if I ain't mistaken, I ain't seen you in a while, but it could have been somebody else. Trey, CVOK, what's good? What's great? Hey, I see y'all coming in. Thank y'all for tapping in. I know it's kind of early, people coming late, but appreciate y'all for tapping in. We up in here building, man. We had a minute and 45. We had an hour and 45 minutes. We just getting it in. Y'all see what I'm drinking. I'm not promoting or endorsing this. They don't pay me. But hey, I'm on this alkaline water. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving this electricity through my body. That's how, if you're not thinking, if you're noticing that your thoughts. But listen, if you smoke weed, man, I'm going to keep it 100. If you smoke medical marijuana, if you smoke recreational marijuana, and you're smoking this Khalifa Kush, you're smoking all this BS. Because remember, these entertainers, yeah, we immortal. Yeah, we immortal. Corporation that Kobe was working with, the address starts at 969. Yes, indeed. There's nines. Like, I was just stayed up. I was just doing math all night. That's why I'm not even going to bore y'all with the mathematical. I'm not even going to bore y'all with so much mathematical correlations. Like, I'm not even going to bore y'all with that. I did so much math, y'all, till my brain was ready to just poof last night. We have reoccurring nines. We have reoccurring sixes. We have reoccurring fours. We have reoccurring eights. We have reoccurring six. We have reoccurring three. We have reoccurring. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, the topic of the mark of the beast, right? Everybody, we know we're in the end times, right? If you don't know that the end times are here, if you don't know that the end time, this generation right here, we are here for the end times. Do y'all know that? When you say the end of time or the end of the world or the end times, you're speaking of an end of a certain era in the beginning of a new era. So let me state that very plainly. For those that think that the world is just going to go poof and that everything is not going to be in existence anymore, I'm telling you that's not true. Quote me on it. Come find me. After the apocalypse, come find me and beat me up for giving you misinformation. But I promise, if you're going to come find me, it's going to be to shake my hand and say, brother, because of you, me and my family got safe before this apocalypse. Because of you, brother, me and my family knew what to do before this apocalypse. Hey, brother, I'm so glad that we're alive because so many other people strayed and they didn't do anything. Like, they just sat there and let themselves die. Like, that's the type of stuff. The indigo children. Yes, indeed. What I want to say is this, y'all. I don't know. Look, I don't know why y'all came to the stream, right? I don't know why you're here. I don't know why you came to the stream. Most likely it's for the title, The Sacrificial Deaths of Kobe Bryant, The Sacrificial Deaths of Nipsey Hussle, and The Sacrificial Deaths of Trayvon Martin, and etc. All the other entertainers and all the other people they choose to target individuals, right? So if that's what you're here for, just hold on for a second. Because we've been discussing them topics so much that sometimes you just got to let information sit in. So if you miss some of that and you're not finna be interested in this new topic we're finna build on, but we're coming back. Everything comes full circle. So we're still going to keep building on these sacrificial deaths, y'all, and making a clear line of connection, connecting the dots, investigating these deaths from our perspective with our intellect. Who gives them the right to say that they are the final say-so for a death? Who gives them the right? Who died and made these people the kings of... All right, let's go. Now, what I want to say is this. I'm back. What up, nation? Peace. For those of y'all that just came in, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing the stream on all social media platforms. It's Chief Sebi Indigenous. Add me on all social media platforms. Hiya, power back in the booth. When you see the name Chief in my name, y'all, I'm an American Indian chief. Like, for those of y'all that look like me and y'all consider yourself black, but you know you have a copper tone, just look up the word American in the dictionary and see the people with the copper colored skin and just know that that's self. Know thyself. Know thyself. Just know thyself, y'all. Know thyself. Know who you are. Know where you're coming from so you can know where... I'm here because I like to build with you, bro. Indeed, everybody loves to build with me. And I love to build with you all. That's why I'm great and glad and most gracious to have y'all here. Now, I love the fact that YouTube has my channel back circulating in the algorithm. I hate the fact that it had to be with the death of Kobe Bryant. Now, that's what I want you all to look at. When we're talking about sacrificial deaths, Check me out, y'all. This is coming from a YouTube content creator. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm a YouTube content creator. I am a master builder. I am a master teacher. I am a master mind, right? My mind, I have mastered my mind, mastered self. I'm a self master. Went through the degrees of the ancient mystery systems of self-mastery. You get what I'm saying? We can all do it. Like, we can all be masterminds. We can all master self. Like, it's not hard. Self-mastery is not out of tune. It's just, you got to use fasting, y'all. If you don't mind fasting, you can master self. If you can conquer the hunger, if you can conquer lust, if you can conquer bad thoughts, if you can conquer yourself, you can master yourself, y'all. And fasting is a great way to learn how to do that. Now, this is what I want to say. It's important that we unite. Yes, and I'm not standing for anything else but unity. So when y'all see this series I have on my channel right now about the Moors, it's not about disunity. Cause master Noble Drew Ali, that's my master teacher, y'all. I learned from Noble Drew Ali. I'm a student of Noble Drew Ali, and y'all know I proclaim that since my very first coming on YouTube, since my first manifestation as Indigenous Realist. This is the second manifestation, the Chief Sebi Indigenous, higher power. We're gonna keep it 100. Noble Drew Ali started this movement. Noble Drew Ali started. He the first one to come on these shores with Islam, with the Hebrew culture, with science and knowledge of self, with know thyself. He brought that to these shores. He told us right there that his mother was a Cherokee Indian and that he grew up with the tribe. So let's cut out the BS. I brung up about Abraham and how Abraham had two different seeds and how Abraham's seed is warring right now in the world. Abraham is both the father of Christianity and the father of Islam and every other religion that fall into them two groups. Let's keep it 100. Abraham is the father. How is it that Abraham loved true peace, freedom, and justice? Indeed. How do you think it's possible that Abraham's two children, remember God blessed Abraham to have seed as many, he said your children will number as many as the grains of sand on a beach. And yet his seed is split into two groups, one Islam, one Christianity, one from Ishmael, one from Isaac. Ishmael versus Israel, Islam versus Israel. That is the key. It's the same thing with Noble Drew Ali, y'all. He birthed these two movements, y'all. Y'all gotta realize, but not just our two movements. He birthed the Kemet movement. He birthed this Aboriginal culture. He birthed the Hebrew Israelite culture. He birthed the Nation of Islam. We're all children of Noble Drew Ali, so we gotta stop fighting and warring over semantics. We gotta stop worrying over Isaac and Ishmael. Sorry. We gotta stop worrying over semantics. We gotta stop worrying over terms and titles and things of that nature. Division. They divide and conquer. It's been used over and over again, and it's gonna continue to be used. We gotta wake up. People talking about wake up, wake up. Like, start waking up the people. That's why I say share my content, share my stream, because I'm unbiased, y'all. I don't have a religious bias on me. I don't have a organizational bias on me, y'all. I'm a real student of all the greats that came. I really studied and learned from Dr. Benyo Cannon from a child to now. Like, I studied from Piempta Bay, from all of these people, y'all. Like, real talk. So we gotta realize, stop with the division, y'all. It's all about unity. For real, we all about unity. We are all God, and is you God, is me God, us God, we God. Indeed. We gotta keep it 100. There's only one creator, y'all. There's only one creator, y'all, and he named man as a whole to be his vicegerent, to be rulers of this land. That's what God did. You get what I'm saying? He created us and left us to it. Right now, he's watching us. He doesn't. We'll get on that in another time. Just know y'all in the tune. Y'all now tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher power back in the booth. Now, the alpha male thing, right? Kobe Bryant is, was, and ever will be. Kobe Bryant is an alpha male. He's a man's man. He used to actually, when you're dealing with that many of our people. Now listen, this is what you have to realize. They used Kobe. They used Kobe Bryant. Just like LeBron James is being used. Just like all so-called strong black men in the entertainment business are being used. They're always going to be used. Why? The European man does not have inside of his body, right? I'm just keeping it 100. There's no such thing as a alpha male of any other type of person except those from the Americas. That's a never before heard thing. I'm ready to be challenged on it, and it's up for debate. I'm saying that Africans don't have it inside of them what it takes to be an alpha male. I'm saying European descendants don't have what it takes inside of them to be an alpha male. I'm saying Asians don't have what it takes inside of them to be a alpha male. I'm saying there's only one kind of alpha male, and he comes from the copper-colored people of the Americas, the original Aboriginal Indigenous descendants of the original Americans, the origines, the Aborigines of here in the Americas, the so-called black man. We are the only alpha males there are. Period. That's a bold statement, I know. The reason why I say that, you can look at it. You can show and prove. Every other nation in the male characteristics in it, and now the female. See, when you get female, right? Remember, we're talking about Kobe Bryant and alpha male and how his wife was a narcissist, because we know that. We know she was a narcissist. That means she was jealous of his success. You're right. Kobe Bryant would never put on a dress. Kobe Bryant would never put on a dress. You coming in? Kobe Bryant would never put on a dress. Oh, they ain't been hitting them likes. Y'all make sure, appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all get them to hit them likes. Y'all hit them likes. You're absolutely right. There's another reason why we used our own women against us. Yes, that's what I want y'all to see with alpha males, right? Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. Nipsey Hussle was an alpha male. Let me say that one more time. Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. Nipsey Hussle was an alpha male. Other societies, other phenotypes, other groups, other genetic tribes, or other people don't produce alpha males. Only the Aboriginal American, only the indigenous Aboriginal, original inhabitants of the Americas. We are the only ones that create alpha males. This is why. You're not never gonna see. You're never ever gonna see an Asian team captain. You're never gonna see. You may see a European team captain, right? Because with the advent of all right, this is gonna go even further, y'all. Like, I hate making bold statements, y'all, but y'all know when y'all want to catch me making bold statements, y'all, and making debatable topics, y'all, catch me live, because that's when people are, you know what I'm saying? So they got to get my live statements to be able to debate me, because anytime I'm dropping content or videos, that information is undebatable. You know what I'm saying? For facts. But when I'm live, I slip up a lot of times, and I'll say something worth debating, but they scared of me. They're not going to debate me. So I'm going to say this here. All of the male and female people of the Americas, the original inhabitants, the so-called blacks, who are really the American Indian, right? All of us, we were all originally empaths. This is the land from where all the prophets and all the Buddhas and all the the Zoroastrusters and Zoroaster, whatever y'all call them, whatever translation. This is where all those people came from the Americas. The Egyptian speaks. That is a depiction of an American. Those pyramids, those were built by ancient Americans. Those were built by the ancient Aztecs, Olmecs, Incans, Mayans. Check me out. Now, Kobe Bryant, look at his facial structure. Forget color. He's copper tone just like the rest of us. If you don't know what to look for when you're looking at copper tones, you'll confuse copper tones with the million shades of brown. There's million shades of browns, but there's millions of shades of copper, right? Let's get it straight. Now, the people, these black power people, they like to say there's 16 shades of black. Cool, Blackie. Keep your 16 shades of black. We have millions of shades of copper. There's a million shades of copper. There's a million shades of brown. Now, within those shades, thought this ancient American who taught the Egyptians. Cool. But I'm trying to take it more into a glimpse that y'all, I'm trying to paint a picture and give y'all a depiction of something that went on in the past, y'all, that's carrying on right now in the presence, right? This DNA sacrificial BS. This organ. Now think about it. When you think of Kemet, when you think of Egypt, right? Ancient Egypt. Now remember the topic of this build is sacrificial deaths of Kobe Bryant, Nipsey Hussle, and Trayvon Martin. And there's a reason why I keep mentioning the title of this video, y'all, because I want y'all to see how everything we talk about is going to correlate to the title. Because you got to go through history. You got to see where you came from to know where you're going. And you can only tell the future by knowing the present and the past. All right, check this out. Paint. Yeah, I'm in Da Vinci mode right now. We're going to paint a beautiful picture up in this joint. We're going to paint a picture so beautiful, y'all, that only the true blind of the mind, that triple stage darkness, deaf, dumb, and blind, only they will be able to miss this. But you can have no eyes and still see the picture clearly. I promise you will. Now check me out. Now, within ancient Egypt, we see the tradition of mummification, right? Check me out. Mummification. Now, we've already established, y'all. We're here on this platform and on other platforms. We already established, y'all, that cocaine is an indigenous plant. Like, cocaine comes from the Americas. It's not naturally found in any other place unless after the colonization of America, where different types of plants and foods and different types of animals were traded. But before the colonization of America, certain places had certain things that you could only get there. Like, America had cotton, tobacco, cocaine. You could only get it here. Like, India had marijuana. China had heroin. Like, Europe had disease and death. I'm just keeping it 100, y'all. Like, that's the only thing people was going to Europe for, to go die. Like, there was no reason to go to Europe until the advent of the Moors and their invasion in 711. Before then, Europe was never a cultural zone. There was no reason to go to Europe except to die. Seen the first video? Check it out. Thank you so much, Money Love. Thank you so much. Now, we're going to get back on the weed thing, because I want y'all to see. I talked about medical marijuana, right? And spoke how it's a GMO. Everybody don't want to eat GMOs, genetically modified organisms, GMOs. We know GMOs are in the foods. We know they're in our body. Now check this out. People may think genetics, right? You think your genetics can't be altered. What happened if I told you that laser beams and light spectrums, like a...
Way back, my counselor here.
Okay.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm being in the front, talking to her in the front living room.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Light spectrums and laser beams. This is gonna mess y'all up. This is gonna mess y'all up, man. For the 24 people up in here, this is really gonna mess y'all up, y'all. And I'm glad y'all here. And just rock with me for 1 second, y'all. This is on topic but off topic, y'all. And I had builds planned out. I was gonna drop them as videos, but I love, like y'all know, I love just giving y'all the information right here on live. So we know, because people always question me, because y'all see how I talk and the manner I talk. This is how I talk daily. The words and the mannerisms and stuff I talk like this daily. So people that don't know that, they automatically assume that when they hear me making content, as far as like giving you visuals and me talking in the background, they think I'm reading from a script. And that's because I am reading from a script that I wrote. But I talk like this. So if you hear me talk live, you'll look at my content and you'll see like the words he used in his content are the same words he uses on live. But anyway, just know we weren't supposed to be created. I don't know anything about that. Comment more. Like, hey, for the new people in the stream that don't know, blow that chat up. Comment anything you want. Any topic you want. Any insight you have, anything you want to hear. We are going to keep talking about the sacrificial deaths of Kobe Bryant, the sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle, and the sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin. We are going to keep speaking on those things. But right now, I want to just shine light. I want to shine light on light. Anybody in the chat feel uncomfortable upon an artificial light? Does anybody else in the stream? Y'all let me know. Somebody comment me. Does anybody else in the stream feel uncomfortable under artificial light? Does anybody in the stream feel uncomfortable under artificial light? Like you would prefer sunlight over artificial light? I can't see the likes in the building, man. But if you haven't liked the stream, make sure you like the stream so some more like-minded individuals can find the stream. We're gonna keep building. Now, okay, Jerry Smith said, yes, me. They are weapons being used to alter who you truly are. That's why those demons in the Gates family are paid so well. Yes, indeed. And I'm finna build on that. So we do have people in the chat who artificial light makes you uncomfortable, right? What is it about artificial light that makes you uncomfortable? That's not a question. I'm finna tell you. I'm asking myself. Like, this is what I want to say. Sometimes you'll hear me ask a rhetorical question, and you'll hear me answer it. It's because I want it to be in question and answer form. So therefore, when someone asks you the question, you have the answer with the proper understanding of the answer and end of the question. So therefore, you can just study on it and build more on it. You get what I'm saying? I'm actually giving you tools for your tool belt to battle against Freemasons, to battle against wicked organizations, to keep yourself from being blood sacrificed, to keep yourself from being sacrificed. That's what I do in this stream, y'all. I never wanted to just tell it plainly, y'all, but I'm actually preparing y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I actually prepare y'all for conversations with the profane. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm actually giving you tools to conversate with anybody. I can have a debate or a conversation or speak on topics at any college, at any university here in America or any other country. I can literally go and have a topic or a discussion with President Trump or in anywhere down on the hierarchy. I can engage anyone in a conversation and I can excel in that conversation and I can move that conversation in any way I want. And that's because when you become a master etymologist and you start breaking down the parts of speech and breaking down words into their most minuscule pieces and learn what these words are, learn that these words are really spells, that they're casting spells on you. That's why you have to learn how to spell a word. That's why you go through a, 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 a spelling bee. You know that be is the first word that the creator used to bring all things into existence. Be. All right. They play with your particle photons, indeed. Now, we finna get on that. Now, for the new people in the stream, hit that like button, subscribe, turn your notification bells on all. You now tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher power, back in the booth. Now, I asked the question just a second ago, y'all. I said, does anybody in the chat feel uncomfortable under artificial light? And a lot of people said they did. No, we need to do away with... Wait, I'm not going to speak on it yet. Because y'all know who family, like the people in here that's used to the stream and used to how I talk. We got a lot of visitors coming in, family. We got company right now. So I can't just speak the way I got to... Y'all know what's going on, y'all. So some of the topics that I'm seeing come up in the chat, we're going to build on all these topics throughout the year, throughout the month, throughout the day, throughout the week. But right now, we can't touch on certain... I can't personally speak on certain topics because we got a lot of visitors here. So, anyway, but y'all keep building in the chat. Make sure y'all like that chat. Make sure y'all keep it going. Keep that chat moving at all times. Open up your own discussions in the chat. You don't need to visualize. You don't need to visually see me. You can just listen and go in the chat if you want. All right, now check this out. Where was I at? Light spectrums, right? Hitler. Adolf Hitler. When talking about America and its current inhabitants, from the original, we are the original inhabitants. The so-called black people of the Americas, we didn't come from Africa on a boat. The so-called blacks, the so-called African Americans of America, the people that's getting gunned down in the street, hands up, don't shoot, but yet they're still shooting us. They're still killing us. They're still slaughtering us. They're still making sacrificial deaths, and they're still using us as fools and being entertained by us. Those people who look like me and you, us and we, but also the other people. Now, I just had to clear that up because I don't want anybody in here thinking that we're African American or we're black when we are the most beautifulest shades of copper, the most beautifulest shades of brown there is on the planet, in the universe. We are every spectrum of the color. From copper comes every other color. Like when that light hits copper, you see every color in the spectrum, y'all. Now, I want to point something out. Yes, indeed. We was already here. Yes, indeed. Thank y'all so much for keeping that chat moving. Shout out to Goddess Drill. Like, yes, indeed. Now, look at this. Let me just some of the smoke out before I die of asphyxiation. Now, check this out, everybody. My bad. I'm turned back on professor mode, so I'm going to talk calmly. Y'all know when I get adamant about the information or I get excited, I start screaming and yelling and stuff. You know, just like your common preacher or pastor or things of that nature. You know, I just get hyped because I'm real with this information. Now, check me out. We talked about sacrifice, blood sacrifice. We talked about the motives, the means, and the who, what, where, whens, and why of Kobe Bryant's death. Them switching around the numbers from it going to 5 people dying in that helicopter to it going to 9 people dying in that helicopter, from it going to the 3 to 5 to 7, which are all Freemasonic numbers, by the way. The 8s, the 9s, the things of that nature. We talked about us being under Roman yoke and law. Yesterday in the stream last night, I even spoke on about the 13th Amendment and how it says if you commit a crime, any crime, from a ticket to the highest crime there is, to high treason, that you are a slave. Slavery didn't exist before the event of the 13th Amendment. Slavery did not exist. Slavery wasn't a choice. Kanye West was correct. Slavery was a choice. Lil Wayne was correct when he said, I don't identify myself with black people. Raven Simone was correct when she said, I am not black. This is what we got to realize. We make a mockery and we make memes out of things that are true. We let us laugh at the things that are true. We're breeding a society of narcissists. We're breeding a society of sociopaths. We're breeding a society of psychopaths. When we're really all empaths. We feel empathic nature. We cry when we watch The Lion King. We feel sad when our favorite character in a book dies. We feel sad when our favorite character in a movie dies. That's being an empath. Even though you know it's fictitious. You know these are fictitious deaths, just examples of death, but it's still examples of human hurt, human pain, human emotion, human grief, human sadness. Okay, let's keep it going. My bad. I don't like to smoke and talk because that brings confidence on me. For everybody in the chat, if I don't know where you from, I'm from Texas, y'all. I'm originally from LA. I grew up in Texas. I'm a traveler, so I travel all around the United States. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to travel the world. But I would rather stay, excuse me, pardon self, not the United States. I travel all around the Americas, and I would love to travel the world. I haven't been blessed with the opportunity to yet. I haven't even received a passport yet. Now, for those of y'all, where y'all from? Drop where you from. We know a couple people in here from LA. A couple of people are in here from different places. Drop where you from. What domicile or what republic? Where are you hailing from? What hood? What nation? Now, this is what I want y'all to realize. If y'all don't mind me switching the subject, this is a subject people don't talk about. And now I just want y'all to know I'm finna start using my live streams to just put out information. Because y'all know we build on a lot of information in my live streams. We've been doing this for years. You get what I'm saying? Chi-Town in the building. Detroit, Michigan in the building. Peace. Shout out. Shout out to D-Town. Shout out to Chi-Town. Okay. Now, I don't know why my hands are really, really dry. Probably not hydrated enough. Look, I'm drinking alkaline water. I don't know if y'all know the uses of alkaline water. Or DC, Maryland up in this thing. DC, the DMV area. Florida in this thing. Whoa, shout out Florida. Columbus, Ohio in this thing. Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out. Indian term, Michigamas, the Great Lakes. Okay, that's what's up. Got a tree, all good, sis. We family, we human, we make mistakes. Indeed, DC, Texas, Pecana's House of Fire, Houston, Northside, Acres Home, 4-4 in the building. What's up? What up, H-Town? Shout out H-Town up in the building, man. I'm from Funky Town, man. I'm from Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? We not Dallas. We the Dallas Fort Worth area, yeah. But I'm from Fort Worth. I'm from Funky Town. You know what I'm saying? Murderworth. Great to have you up in here, though, H-Town. Ocala. I don't even know where that's at. Okay, check me out. We finna go right back in. We finna dive right now. I'm just getting hydrated. I had me a little smoke break. We finna dive. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button so we can get some more like-minded individuals in here. Make sure you subscribed already and got your notification bells on all. Cause it's like I'm like a ghost here on YouTube, right? A lot of people come and see my streams on YouTube, right? We have a lot of brilliant minds that tap in with us, right? A lot of free thinkers, a lot of intellectuals, a lot of beings operating in higher, functioning on the higher self that come through my channel, right? But when you don't subscribe and you don't press the notification bells on all, you'll never make it back to my channel. Even though my name is Chief Sebi Indigenous, higher power back in the booth. And if you type in Indigenous Realist on Google, or you type in Chief Sebi on Google, you're going to get brung straight back to my channel. So I don't know why it's so hard for people to get back, but the algorithms are just made that way, right? The algorithms are here to suppress. Okay, let's talk about artificial intelligence. Wait a second. Why did I see? Now we're talking about the sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant, the sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle, the sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin, and other people who were sacrificed and killed by Freemasonic organizations, or deaths that were fake. Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, people like that. Not conspiracy theories. We don't build on conspiracy theories in this channel. We don't even condone in conspiracy theories. We don't want to conspire. Conspire means something of the lower self, like evil. We don't conspire here. I'm on Chief Sebi Indigenous on all social media too, by the way. But hiya, power back in the booth. The sun is starting to rise. That's why y'all gonna see my energy levels start to rise. Now we were talking about artificial light. Milwaukee in the building. Hey, books of Enoch and Anunnaki are the most important books for our people to read. I've read them. I study them. I in those books. Check me out. I have to connect with y'all so I can send an email to let y'all know our plans. Look, War Chief, Red Lion, peace. You know me, brother. Oh, yes, indeed. Peace. I was born in Saginaw. That's what's up. Saginaw right down the street. 44 Kings. Okay, indeed. Now check this out. Now I'm gonna be dropping a video here soon on the 13 spies. Y'all never heard of the 13 spies, right? But it's right in the Bible. It's a story that comes out of the Bible, the 13 spies. We're gonna get on that too. All right. Now, or is it 12 spies? My bad, the 12 spies. Okay. But right now, we already spoke that Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. Kobe Bryant is an alpha male. Now, dominating basketball. Now listen. Dominating the spectrum of basketball, right? The spectrum of competition. FedEx truck. I ain't never seen a FedEx truck that dirty. Maybe them jump out boys. If they jump out and get me on live, y'all make sure they remember me like Christ. Hey, but this is the thing. Yeah, I know. I believe it's 12. Okay, the 12 spies. Yeah, everybody, make sure you hit that like button. Indeed. All right, now check us out. Now, I asked the question, does anybody feel uncomfortable under artificial light? And I keep looking up because I think there's a dome light here, but there's not. Now, artificial light versus real light in the spectrums within, right? Artificial light actually tampers. All right, look, everybody wants to say, oh, melanin, I got melanin. Like melanin is just some kind of like just a brown chemical. It just makes you brown. Like that's the only importance of melanin, right? But melanin is actually way more important than you think. Melanin is how we actually absorb light. Check me out. Melanin is what our body uses to transfer photons into energy. This is what your melanin is used for. Your hair, they want to call it woolly. They can call it whatever they want, right? Your hair, your beautiful hair, right? Yes, I am a chief. Salute to the chief. Israelite chieftain. Salute, y'all. We all chiefs, and we all the sisters, y'all chiefess. Like for real, of our own individual tribes and our own individual rights. RITE, not RIGHT. In our own individual right, we are all chief. We are all priests. We are all. Now, this is what I want to say. Our melanin is what absorbs light. Originally, our genetic makeup, not through evolution, right? We believe we don't believe in beliefs. That's another big thing, y'all. When I come out with my when I release my what am I trying to say? When I release my products on my channel, you're gonna see don't believe in beliefs on there. You get what I'm saying? So anything coming from me is gonna have I don't believe in beliefs, or we don't believe in beliefs, or don't believe in beliefs, because belief is accepting something as truth without knowing it as truth, having faith. And you don't have to do that. In this day and time, you can just go. If you use Google or Wikipedia, use it to the best of your means and the best of your advantages. If you don't have a higher intellect where you can just study and learn stuff, just do that. Empaths absorb light, absorb true light. Yes, indeed. And those are the ones who are targeted individuals most in the world. Now, check me out. This is what I want to say. If you're uncomfortable upon an artificial light, and that's because the spectrum cable, anybody? But that's because the light spectrum isn't correct. You get what I'm saying? Originally, from the creator, right from the creator, y'all, we were created perfectly. That means our genetic, when you get a creator, right, a divine creator, he creates you perfectly. Yeah, the etamon, yes indeed. He creates you perfectly, right? So therefore, when we have melanin in our skin, in its natural absorption abilities, dang, I hate seeing little skin hanging from my fingers and stuff as I'm moving my hands. That's crazy. My skin is drying out. That's something also I noticed about drinking. When you switch, anybody that drinks alkaline water, this is just one brand I drink. I drink all different kinds of alkaline water. I wish I could just get fresh alkaline water straight out of a river or something like that. But unfortunately, I'm in Texas and I don't know where alkaline water is out here. This isn't Honduras. Now, check me out. This is a high pH volume. This is a 9.5 pH. What I noticed with drinking alkaline water is, y'all, when you make that transition from regular water to alkaline water, your skin is going to shed. And that's because skin is just dead cells, just like your hair, right? They want you to believe that your hair is just dead cells also, like your fingernails and your skin, but in all actuality, it's not. Now, your hair, you probably heard this before. Everybody's heard it, but I'm going to break it down in a better way. Your hair is antennas, right? Antennas for the sun. You get what I'm saying? Our hair and our melanin is what absorbs sunlight, and it helps our body transfer that sunlight into energy to use. Where do you think, look, I always say this, y'all, and I'm going to reiterate it right now. I always say that man cannot create, right? Man cannot create. Man can only invent. And I broke down the word invention to mean, to its root as invent. And invent means to take something from within, invent it out. So you have invention meaning a replication of what's within. That's what invention actually means, to replicate something that's already there. All right, not supposed to cut it. As it states in the word, we're not supposed to cut it. Indeed, indeed. Joshua Johnson, frequency levels. Indeed. Now check me out. When you look at any invention that's around, whether the car, locomotion, solar panels, a coffee maker, any invention, a vehicle, a car, a boat, an airplane, a helicopter, it's all made from the example of the salute, MJ Givens, peace. What's good, what's great. Any invention is made from the study and the dissection of the human body. So remember, the topic of this stream is the sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant, the sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle, the sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin. And I already said that Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. Nipsey Hussle was an alpha male. And Trayvon Martin was an alpha male. And they see them traits. They keep watch of all our traits in their profile. And that's the reason why I brought up profile earlier and about the point system of the federal government is because we started, when social media got started, right? Social media is what? Media is okay. Media. From media, media literally, like in Spanish, media means middle, right? It's a middle. So basically, so when you go back to the roots of media in etymology, you'll find like it's meaning like the middle point. Media. That's why you hear a median in the middle of the street. Oh, I'm walking. I gotta run across to the median, which is an island in California. It's called an island, but you know what I'm saying? It's a media in the middle of the street, right? Then you have the media. Look at this. I'm just gonna break it down how words are right in front of your face. Okay, use shea oil and vitamin E oil on the hands, Chief. Okay, most definitely. I break out sometimes right here too, all on my face sometimes when I'm just dehydrated. But check me out. Words are right in front of your face. We know words are spells, right? Some words are used to actually cast a spell on you. Now, when you let somebody call you a bad word or give you a title, like if you're a woman, right? And excuse my English here, but if you're a woman and you allow somebody to call you a whore, you allow people to think that you're a whore. Now, we know that the word whore is a specific occupation. A whore is a prostitute. Like a whore is someone that sells their body. So if you call yourself a whore, think and therefore you are. You get what I'm saying? Like you speaking that into existence. You let somebody call you a whore, you're a whore. You get what I'm saying? Like you begin to doubt your own self. Anytime you put a title on yourself that's other than self, y'all, you become that title because it's a word spell. That's why they spelled the words. The words have power. They speak on it in the Bible that your tongue is a sword and be careful of what you speak on and things of that nature. Think and therefore be. Know thyself and things of that nature found on the inscriptions. Them inscriptions are found everywhere. Now, peace to y'all. Thank y'all for keeping that chat movement, man. Thank y'all for keeping the chat rolling. Thank y'all for liking the stream as you came in. Thank everybody that subscribed and hit the notification bells to all. Appreciate you. You're now tuned in to Sebi Indigenous. Hiya, power. Back in the booth. Now, let me not get too far off because the light spectrum thing is very important. When the police, now it all has something to do with the sacrificial death of Kobe Bryant, sacrificial death of Nipsey Hussle, sacrificial death of Trayvon Martin. Everything correlates. Like, look, I'm gonna give you an example. When Nipsey Hussle died, right? Everybody ran out to go see this anomaly. Everybody ran out to go see this spectacle. Everyone wanted to see a last one glimpse of Nipsey. Remember Nipsey Hussle's arm hanging out and people saying that's a rubber doll and stuff because the body is lifeless. Once the ruh leaves, once that inner spirit leaves, the body becomes instantly into rigor mortis and into deteriorating status. That's all we're gonna say. Once a person dies, the spirit leaves. Therefore, there's nothing else there keeping it alive. Every cell inside of your body. Look, when my counterpart, when one of my master teachers was around, right? When Dr. Sebi was around, he spoke of intracellular cleansing method. He spent some. I think he even said. He said intracellular nuclear. Man, he had a long word just to basically say that he was cleaning the actual cells of a person. Now notice, right? With Dr. Sebi, he preferred people to come to Honduras so that they could drink high pH water. A high pH. This is 9.5, and I think he said the pH was a natural like 9 out there in Honduras, right? The natural water. All the plants and everything had a naturally high pH. They were grown with alkaline water. You get what I'm saying? So look, it's so many ways to orate this story. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ways. but we're just going to pick the simplest. We're going to keep it simple here. So if we're going over your head, just know that we're only doing it in a through simplicity. So therefore, just study harder, you know what I'm saying, and ask questions. Don't be fear to ask questions. Look, why? Who, what, where, when, and why. Anytime somebody's giving you a piece of information, y'all, you use those 5 questions to dissect anybody with their beliefs, with their truths, with their knowledge, with their understanding, with their wisdom. You apply those 5 concepts. Who, what, where, when, and why. That's how you determine the who of the situation, the where of the situation, the why, the how, the when. Because without those facts, knowledge is just fictitious. See, people make fictitious claims all the time, and we don't question everything. That's another big thing on my channel. We question everything. Everything. We even question myself. We question everything, y'all. We hit everything with the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and the how. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Oh, my bad. There's 6. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Yeah. I mean, it seems so simple. That's something we learned as a child, but yet as adults, as thinking beings. All the children are in school right now, I hope. So we have a basic adult audience in here right now today. Y'all know after school, like there'll be youngsters in the chat. We'll have teenagers in here. You get what I'm saying? We'll have children. We'll have other people like letting their children hear the great knowledge, wisdom in there under an understanding. But right now, we're all adults in here, y'all. And we got to start when somebody wants to tell us a certain thing. When somebody wants us to believe something. Believe. Be-lie-eve. B-E, which is B. L-I-E. I mean L-I, which is lie. And E-V-E, which is Eve. To belie Eve. That's what the serpent did. That's what the serpent did. Turtle Island peace to the tribe, peace. Chief Sebi Indigenous in the building. Higher power. Back in the booth. Now, greetings everybody. I'm great to have y'all in here. And right now we're just saying as thinking being adults, it's time to stop believing it. That doesn't make you an atheist. I don't believe in God. I know God is real. I know that this beautiful world, this beautiful land we live on, the beautiful personalities and the peoples and our experience, I know that the creator, the one true creator, that one true God created everything. Period. We know. We know. We not believing in God. We know God. And we gotta know God. Check out my music playlist and look inside my song where the one I say freestyle for my children. And I say, being all alone make you talk to God where the heart is. Being all alone makes you talk to God where the heart is. Question number 3 in the Moorish questionnaire for Moorish children. I mean, the 101 questions for Moorish children is what? Where can we find God? Who is God? He is. Where can we find him? Oh, so that's number 2. Where can we find him? In the heart. Being all alone makes you talk to God where the heart is. For real, for real. So we're not going to believe in beliefs, y'all. For real, for real. When you believe something, that is a fairy tale. Fairies don't exist, so how can it tell me something? A tale is a tale that is a tale. Look at those 3 words. I'm just going to show y'all a brief glimpse into phonetics. A brief glimpse into phonetics and a brief glimpse into tones, vibrations, and binary systems, and also a brief glimpse into trickery, into word spells. We have tell, which is like to tell somebody something, T-E-L. You have tale, which is T-A-L-E, which is like a story, to tell. Then you have a tail, which belongs on an animal, which is a T-A-I-L, a tail. Then you got a T-E-L, which is a tail, like a telephone. You get what I'm saying? But they're all phonetically alike, but at the same time, the phonetics and the roots are the exact same. That's etymology, showing and proving how they make different words look like different things. You get what I'm saying? Now check this out. I said that to say this. Every time you pick up a phone, every time you pick up the phone, you say, hello. But phonetically, hell is just like hell, like spookism, hell, like burning forever, hell. So every time you pick up the phone through frequency, through vibration of your own tone, your own language system, your own tone, you're immediately dooming your conversation by saying hello, because you're bringing hell to the conversation. That's how they trick us. Just look it up. That's how they trick us. We're bringing hell into our conversations. I know it sounds crazy, but anyway, let's get back on the genetics part. Kobe Bryant. Oh, wait. I brung that up about the light spectrum. My bad. I be getting sidetracked, y'all, because we up in here building. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. We up in here. We up in here bending. I mean, I say we up now. I said it. Bend it. We're never ended. Yeah. Oh hell. That means a continuing cipher of hell. Yeah. The O signifies a cipher. Just like when I was talking about redefining ourselves, self redefinition, self definition, right? Redefining oneself, right? Now look at Kobe Bryant, for example. I'm just gonna look at the names. We're gonna look at Kobe Bryant, his nickname. Now look at a nickname, right? An alternate name. He was the Black Mamba. The Black Mamba, right? We know the Black Mamba to be something deadly, the fastest snake. That snake moves 60 miles an hour. If anybody didn't know that about a Black Mamba can literally move at 60 miles an hour. A very deadly snake, very poisonous snake, right? But also you got to look at it. You can't be calling yourself, like I always stop myself from saying I'm a beast. Like whenever I do something extraordinary or something profound or say something profound or drop some music that's profound or I like it a lot, I try not to say I'm a beast, because therefore I'm saying I am a beast, and I'm not a beast. I'm a man. You get what I'm saying? And just catching yourself little by little and throughout your day, catching yourself saying things like that, like, oh, I'm a beast. Or, bro, you a beast. Or, hey, he a beast. Or, she a beast. Or things like that. You catch yourself saying those things. Stop yourself from saying those things. We know we're dealing with spells and witchcraft and wizardry and sorcery and sacrificial deaths and stuff like that. It's only able... Look, I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to show you a prime example, right? Oh, I was talking about redefining self. The Black Mamba is the ultimate predator. But there's many ultimate predators. When we say ultimate, we're not talking about the king of the jungle theory. Now, look, let me show y'all. Since I keep saying king of the jungle, y'all, I want y'all to know this. Let's just break through little common trickery throughout our day. We always call the lion the king of the jungle. We call the lion the king of the jungle. But we know that the lion doesn't exist in the jungle. The jungle is... Lions don't exist in the jungle. Lions live in the desert. But yet we always call the lion the king of the jungle. The jungles are over here in America. But anyway, let's just build past that. Anyway, y'all, drop a topic. Drop a topic in the chat, y'all. I'm in rare form right now, and I'm just steady like this. It's so much. We could talk about the light spectrums if you want me to just drop about the light spectrum. I will. The light spectrum thing is this. We already said that our hair is antennas. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. That is an old claim, right? That the hair is antennas. You get that way back in the Bible about Samson. About Samson and cutting his hair, and then he became weak. His strength was in his hair. That's where you see that at. That's a semblance right there. But in all actuality, we put these oils and these grease and this lard and this fat from animals and things like that in our hair because we want to be other than ourselves, right? We always trying to be other than ourselves, right? And when we put stuff in our hair, like how all the women, y'all all wear weave over y'all hair, right? Hiding that beautiful natural hair. No matter what length it is, beauty is beauty. Beauty cannot be circumscribed. Beauty is beauty. So our women love to cover their natural, beautiful hair. And when they're not wearing weave, they have to have, listen, the process of perming. That's why they call it processing. You got processed hair. Perming actually breaks down all the components of your antennas. Like, it's like having it's like saying, look, y'all know how a car antenna work, right? How it got the wires in it and stuff. It got the little wires and then connected to the metal. But without those wires in the inside, just a metal antenna is nothing but a selfie stick. I mean, a metal antenna is nothing but a crack pipe for the crackheads. I mean, like, let's just keep it 100. All right. Because I don't want to confuse anybody. I don't want to confuse anybody. Basically, all I'm saying is this. When our women and our men are perming their hair, right? With the lye and with the different things of that nature, right? You're breaking down the cellular structure of your hair. You're breaking down the cellular structure of your hair. And therefore, your hair cannot work correctly for its natural causes. Do you think the Most High just gave us hair just to sit? You think he just gave us hair for it just to sit up there? To keep your scalp warm? To keep your brain warm? What the heck? Is your head just a hat rack? Y'all ever heard that? Use your head to be more than a hat rack. And by the way, y'all, this is just a cigar. Y'all see the line on it. I'm not smoking weed on live or anything like that. And I'm trying to cut back on cigarettes. So I smoke these filtered cigars. I break the filter off. So anyway. Where was I? We cover our hair. Men do it. Baseball caps, fitted caps, snapbacks with your NBA logos on there. Now listen, you put these things over your head, right? These logos, these symbols. Like Kobe Bryant, for example. Kobe Bryant was used. When I said Kobe Bryant was used earlier, I mean he was used to promote symmetry. He was used. Kobe Bryant was used to promote that team. He was an alpha male. So therefore women wanted him naturally. Look, with alpha male, when you know you're an alpha male, y'all, there's two different types of alpha males in the world. Let's just get this straight. Kobe Bryant was an alpha male. I myself am an alpha male, so I can speak from experience. When you're an alpha male, there's two different types of alpha males. You have the ones who know they're alpha male and therefore prey on women and try to earn women's trust just to break them down and to mess with their minds and stuff. Those guys aren't really alpha males. They just have assimilated the strength and the power and the beauty of alpha males. They're really narcissists, right? Now look, a lot of y'all women, right, get with men because they have the characteristics and traits of an alpha male. Kobe Bryant was an alpha male, right? Check me out. That's what drew his narcissist. His narcissist was drawn to him. When I say his narcissist, I'm talking about his wife. But males are narcissists also. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say there's two different types of alpha males. You have the real alpha male who doesn't need to prove himself, who doesn't need to seek you get what I'm saying? Something outside of himself to make sure that his self is validated. That's a real alpha male. Like me, I don't have to go put on the newest Jordans. I don't have to go put on a brand new shirt and a brand new pair of pants every time I leave my house. I don't have to do that. And I'm still going to have women drawn to me the same amount that I would if I was dressed like these other pretenders. You get what I'm saying? And it's not just because I'm handsome. It's not just because of my facial structure. It's not just because of my looks. It's not just because of my genetics. It's because of what's inside of me that makes me an alpha male. Just like other alpha males. You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to break it off. Now, a narcissist, on the other hand, a narcissist forces themselves to be an alpha male because they're in love with themselves and they want women to be in love. Now, listen. To love yourself and to be in love with yourself are two different things. To be in love with yourself and to love yourself are two different things. To be in love with yourself means you can't stay out the mirror, which is a narcissistic trait. You think you're prettier than... Listen, the common man, and I hate to bring up the light skin versus dark skin thing again, but we just got to keep it 100, man. A lot of light skinned men, especially, but some of these dark skinned men, especially, they want to be prettier than their woman. There's no such thing as the rough and rugged man anymore. The true alpha male. One coming in from work and with sawdust all over himself, and one going to the grocery store with just regular slippers. Or you get what I'm saying? The alpha male has been extinguished from our culture. Alpha male is extinguished from our culture. I'm gonna show you. Now, exactly. Y'all know me. Y'all remember when my hair was dread, when I had locks in my hair and I let them freeform. They freeformed right in front of y'all face. I had some going this way and that way and that way and everything. But everywhere I went, people looked. Some people laughed. Some people looked. But 9 times out of 10, the men, they all, bro, your hair nappy. But the women were all like, what is it about him that is so special? What is that inner confidence that lets him let his hair go wild? What is it about him where he is not flashing? I'm not a peacock, you all. Niggas, men are trying to be peacocks out here. A peacock's natural ability, its defense mechanism, is to put up bright colors. When you see a man wearing new Jordans, listen, just for my sisters, I'm going to give y'all the game on men real fast. Just for my sisters, y'all. This coming from a real alpha male, big speaker, Chief Sebi Indigenous, higher power back in the booth himself. I'm going to give y'all the game on men. A lot of these men, they really peacocks. And y'all should call them peacocks. These niggas gotta go get flashy. They gotta go get every color of the rainbow or the spectrum to try to be flashy, to try to find a mate. That's what animals do. You get what I'm saying? These niggas, you can't spend more time in the mirror than me. Exactly. These niggas is peacocks. But these women gotta get out of that mirror too. That builds narcissistic traits in our women also. You get what I'm saying? We gotta keep it all the way 100. You had it playing while it was in there. She probably was like, "Oh, this nigga here. You stay away from him, girl."
No, I had it. I had it down.
Uh, Now look. That's crazy. I said that like 10 minutes, like 2 minutes ago. It's late. Now check me out. Check me out. Now I'm finna give y'all sisters for y'all sisters in the chat. Now every time, look, the first time I manifested on YouTube was Indigenous Realist. My subscriber count was mostly females. You know, we get analytics on our channel. on our YouTube channel, you can actually go look at the demographics and the geographical locations, and also whether your subscribers are males or females, and who watched your videos, are they male or females, and how long the males watched and how long the women watched. Did y'all know that? Some of y'all aren't content creators, but a lot of y'all are. But y'all don't know that we can actually see if men or women are watching our channel. And me personally, as Indigenous Realist, I had a mostly women subscriber count. All right. Just like now, mostly women come to my streams. Why is that? That's because they're drawn to an alpha male. Now, these dudes that are walking around, every time a new pair of Jordans come out, they sit there and work for 2 weeks straight to get their check, to go spend their whole check on a pair of damn shoes with another man's name on it, with another man's brand on it, with another man's name on it, y'all, because they think that that's what the women want to see. So it's not just the men's fault. Women make it where they're so materialistic where they won't even look at a guy if he's not wearing a certain thing. Because women actually don't like alpha males. Did y'all know that? Women actually don't like alpha males. They're uncomfortable around alpha males. Just like men, certain men are uncomfortable. Think about how many, when you're dealing with Kobe Bryant, right? Kobe Bryant was alpha male. Salute, much respect. How many teammates do you think Kobe Bryant made feel uncomfortable? Just being around them. How many teammates you think Kobe, they didn't want to be over there with Kobe? People don't want to be over there with Kobe. Why? It's because he's not forcing the flow. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, back to these peacocks. Now, niggas, for lack of that inside thing. Oh yeah, my phone going dead, y'all, by the way. So I'm only going to be in here for a couple more minutes. But peace, y'all. Great to have everybody up in here. Dang, it's been 3 hours. I'm going to be in here for 3 more minutes, y'all. So anyway, to sum things up, right? Just watch the beginning parts of the video, y'all. Like, we hit on all different topics. There's something inside this video for everybody. For anybody that's coming in at the end of the stream, you were tuned in to Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher power, back in the booth. I'm going to be dropping some videos today. I'm not going to be really just focusing on death and negativity and stuff all day with my content I'm going to be dropping. So just know we already had content prepared before this tragic incident of this man dying, Kobe Bryant dying. If you came to the stream for that type of information, it's all at the beginning and stuff about the origins of the Illuminati and these sacrificial times and when sacrifice got brung into Freemasonry. So sad this got to end, bro. Good work. Oh yeah. But I do it for hours. Sometimes I go for like 10, 15 hours sometimes. I'll stream for a whole day sometime. I don't sleep. I just rest. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, like, when I start fasting, I'm going to be on stream more. When I fast, I'm going to literally be right there in y'all face, showing y'all how easy the fast is. You get what I'm saying? So, anyway, if you want to learn more about fasting, if you want to learn more about mental disorder, if you want to learn more about gang stalking, if you want to learn more about narcissism, being an empath, if you want to learn more about what society is and how society came about and where it's going, if you want to learn about things like that, make sure you got your notification bells on all. We talk about all types of things. If you want to know about race and the origins of race and racism and things of that nature and society and how we are not black people, we are not African Americans, how we are actually American Indian and how we are the true Americans and things of that nature, just tune in for more, y'all. Much love. Thanks to everybody, man. Thanks. Hashtag Chief Sebi Indigenous. Indeed, y'all. I'm on all social media platforms. Much love. Great to have y'all up here. Halito. Peace. Well met. Thank y'all for coming, y'all. But I'm gone. It's Chief Sebi Indigenous. Higher power. Back in the booth.